Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave, and we are playing our I think it's our fourth episode of our Rise of the Goblin Lords, Goblins only Pathfinder role-playing show. So we're taking the normal Rise of the Runelords revised edition and just turning it a little bit on its head by having only goblin characters for this show. And if you've played goblins in other campaigns before, or if you've seen goblins in other campaigns or other non-Pathfinder games and systems before, Pathfinder takes goblins to the other level. The goblins in Pathfinder are crazy, chaotic, insane, and they have a massive fear of horses, they have a massive fear of dogs, although some of them won't admit that, of course. And they just generally want to have fun, just like the bad song from the 80s. No references there? Okay. So we're going cross across to our cast today. We don't have everybody here, but we have at least enough to play a game, and we're going to have a wonderful cast, a wonderful show. So, hi everybody!
Hello.
So much enthusiasm. So Osame is currently out. She's had a few things on. So hopefully she'll be back next week. But totally understand. Wish her well. Wish her family well. And Ari has got. I think Ari had storm warnings. Nick, you had power blackouts from storm warnings. So thank you for coming in as well and getting through all that as well. So the non-US players were no problem at all. It's just everybody from the US. Awesome through that heat wave. So we'll do our introductions and do a quick on introductions, then housekeeping, then a quick what happens last time, and then we'll jump into our first scene, I believe. So who wants to go first with our introductions? Silence.
I am Nick. I play Jabbersnatch, the blind monkey goblin cleric who worships Demogorgon, renamed Babu Gugan.
Yes. And just a note, yes, the cloak is absolutely blind, and you're rolling essentially for every time you have to move into combat, you roll which direction, and it is really, really crazy because you have no idea who to target, and it's often friendly fire. So, as a note, if we can get up to 35 subs again, we're going to unlock our friendly fire mode because we really need to bring that back, especially for this campaign. Especially with Jabbersnatch, when Jabbersnatch gets some really bigger spells. Currently first level, not powerful enough to kill the party in one shot entirely.
I don't think I'd be able to kill the party at all. I do a maximum of 2 points of damage.
But with spells.
Sometimes 4 points of damage if all of my monkeys hit. And I hit.
But I mean with spells. That's when you get bigger levels. This is a big campaign of up to 15th, 16th level. So maybe even 20th. Who knows? Kiwi?
Hi, I'm Kiwi. I'm playing as Jank, the druid, junkie, trash-loving goblin who worships a giant goblin god. It's raised by raccoons. And he has his best friend, Bitey, the giant raccoon, with him. They're good chums.
Yep.
And he is a riding human as well.
In training, I think that is. In training.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Maybe.
Ask him and he will tell you something different.
And the only sensible character in the group, almost, Trent, would you like to do the introductions?
Yep, I'm Treant Monk, and I am playing Hoplite number 43 of the Red Banner Phalanx. He was a member of a very disciplined hobgoblin army, but has since gotten separated and would have been labeled a deserter. And he is an alchemist.
And has a little bit of an issue with not steroids, but performance enhancing elixirs, you could say. Yeah.
Chemicals.
There's a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde thing going on, yeah.
Very much Hyde. Very, very much Hyde. So, just a couple of so myself, my name is Karsh the Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave. I do the producing and the GMing and everything else. And in this campaign, I've also got the title of Puppet Master. Just as an example of just how weird this campaign might be. It's not the traditional what's normal going on with a role-playing show. So we also use live audio in the show, and the mixing of that we run through Syrinscape, because Syrinscape's amazing. Check them out for your online, offline audio needs for all your role-playing, board games, etc. They do sci-fi, they do horror, they do cyberpunk, and also fantasy, and so much more. So they've got lots of different ideas of how you can purchase or essentially subscribe to certain amounts of what you need. And they really do a great job. So check them out. And also they do stuff like full campaign options for Syrinscape Science. So we're using the Rise of the Runelords campaign it's essentially a mega grouping of all their sounds. So if we go into a specific place, which you'll be going to today, I've got lots of different things for certain rooms and certain encounters, inside and outside, and it's all at a click of a button. And even our intro music and outro music and whatnot is run through there as well. So they're amazing. Check them out. You can also help donate and support the channel pay for things like that, and also just it takes there's a lot there to run this channel. So you can help that by donating to the channel. Every dollar you donate, or 100 bits, donate with the hashtag of the player name or the character name, and that character gets a D4 initially, or at least they get a chat dice, which can be used for an attack roll, a saving throw, or a skill check, and they increase every dollar that you want to donate. So it starts at D4, goes D6, D8, D10, D12, and it only has one active at a time. So if you donate to somebody else, or if that person hasn't used it quickly enough and it goes to somebody else, then they lose their dice and it goes to somebody else. It's only one's active, so people have to kind of be on the ball and use them, don't just not hoard it really. But there's always the risk of it being upgraded later, because once it's used, it resets down to D4. The other thing is, if it gets to past D12, it comes to me and I get a D20, and I will try to use it as quickly as I can, just because it's funny, and because the next donation then resets it again and I lose it, which I don't want to lose it. So that's pretty much all the housekeeping going on. We do use the X card as well, so if anything's uncomfortable with our role-playing, our players can just say X card and we just move on as well. Just bring that up again, because we don't always have that. We don't always mention it, but it's always in play. So if you're being flirted with by a young lass in a tavern and you don't want to go through that scene, then you could have just said X card instead of milking the tears. So just as a heads up there. But I did love the milking the tears. That was awesome. This human is defective. I had to clip that. I loved it. That was great work, Kiwi. Yeah, I think that's everything. So last week we went through a few different things. A few different scenes played out, whereas the sheriff sorry. I think there was about 4 scenes that played out, 4 different things. So Amiko, the tavern owner, was not accosted, but a gentleman who you've since found out was her father came in and started abusing her and telling her that just got into a big argument with her, a public argument in the tavern in front of everybody. Didn't really get much details of what it was all about, though. You met one of the demons of the goblin communities of the area called the goblins generally just called the Shadow. You've met her in person now, and she talks about a rising goblin army, and all the goblin tribes are working together, and that there's other smaller towns that have been raided and essentially wiped off the map in the area. This has sparked the captain of the guard to essentially leave the town to go to the big city to ask for more protection. And in that time, you've been asked to make a name for, not really make a name for yourself, but show yourself as a presence in town, as the heroes of the town at the moment. Now that the captain's no longer here. On top of that, there is also the flirting incidents where a young daughter of a shopkeeper tried to elicit the support of one of the, I was going to say one of, but of Jank Dogbite, and was apparently defective and wouldn't cry on command.
Wouldn't be milked.
Couldn't be milked of any bodily fluids at the time. Jank's also started the long process of training a riding human. And no one was sacrificed. Thank you. So had to include that one, Nick. And I believe there was also an incident where a mother came with a young baby and son, and so young child, who was definitely being milked. He was crying profusely that her husband and their pet dog, an incident happened, and they believed that there was a goblin hiding in the closet of the son's room. You've since investigated that. You had your priorities right. You kill the dog. You kill the... and then you kill the goblin. And you found the dog was already dead, which was easy. You found the husband's body, pulled him out of the hole that he was stuck in, and on the other end of the hole, on the under of the body, was a goblin who was munching on bits of the human over the last several days. Small fight ensued. You easily again took him down, and I think we're going to open our scene in the boys' bedroom. This small little room with a bed, blood splattered everywhere from the dog, and the essentially guts and everything all over the place from the slicing of the dog. The man's half-chewed corpse just being dragged across the floor, and a dead goblin, not stuck on the end, but laying near the end of the corpse. And that's where we're going to start our scene, or open our show today.
Well, I think the mother who hired us or who asked for our help will be very pleased to know we have cleaned out her house of all danger. Let's bring her the corpse of her dead husband.
Yes.
I got what I could scrape off the wall of the dog.
I think you can keep that part.
Awesome.
Another trophy.
Stuff it somewhere on me.
Sorry, guys, I gotta take a call from work.
Yep.
Another trophy for our beach kingdom.
I will say
Yes.
it's only a very small dog, though.
It'll fit perfectly on my pocket and or accessorize my hook.
Oh, yes.
So you're going to hook it to? Are you actually going to hook it to?
Yeah, I just slap it on my back. And it just hooks there.
Okay, so you slap the remnants of the dog.
And now I have its head, just like right there on my shoulder. It's just like
There was still a head, was there?
And
I imagine there is now. I slapped it on my back. Now there's a little head on my shoulder. Just kind of
Yeah.
like.
Oh, I thought it was like totally crucified.
Well, all the
Found
insides were cut out and sprayed across everywhere. But,
So we found the head.
yes, and now it's stuck onto the spiked armor of Jabbersnatch.
That. Are we not going to eat that?
I'm saving it for later. I don't have any pockets or bags. This is how
I'm hungry now. I've been stuck eating underripe human food for so long. That dog's nice and dead for a few days.
Well, it's mine. You
Maybe
got that
save it
human.
for
I'm
another
going
day.
over to the dead father. This was mine.
I think the woman wants this back.
All
Well,
of them?
she's not going to eat it. Humans don't eat that. She'll probably just cry over it for a few days,
No,
and
yeah,
then it'll ripen, and then we can eat it.
She will cry.
Yes, she will. I shall have my tears to drink tonight.
But I think the dog remains should be shared. We all deserve a
Fine.
snack. That was a good fight.
I like go over to where its tail is, like drooping over, take off like a foot, and give it to you. The rest is mine.
I don't want the drumstick.
Well, all the good stuff got sprayed everywhere on the wall. I couldn't scrape that off. It was already in between the wood.
I still see the eyes in that head.
No,
That goblin
that's
doesn't know the
mine.
best parts.
I take the head off and I eat it. I just
No!
shove it in my mouth.
Very selfish.
Meanwhile, while we're distracted, I'll like pick at the man.
Yeah, I don't notice.
So the man's face was mostly chewed. His arms are just bone and sinew for the most part. He's been chewed on for like overnight.
Oh, good. I'll keep picking at his face then.
Okay, so he sliced off
He's
bits.
a little lighter now. Like, that's good.
Mm,
Easier to carry.
he's tasty. Mm.
Don't eat the whole thing. We need enough left that we can return him to the wife.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I guess she won't notice if one hand is gone.
You want a finger? Yum.
I don't really eat human.
What?
Yeah, that's more for you savage goblins.
Oh, well, more marrow for me.
I eat trash like a civilized creature.
I thought you were going to say MREs, but okay.
Just shrug and just kind of continue picking at the human.
Yeah. Snap a bone and suck out the marrow.
Yeah.
So the issue becomes of how are you going to get this human to the tavern across town?
I think we need to put it in a sack. Does
first
she have
step
like
is making
sacks
it
of
lighter to
flowers?
carry by
Humans
eating its
sometimes
body.
have like supplies, like sacks of flour and stuff like that. Does she have anything like that?
So are you leaving the bedroom to just go to the kitchen to try to find sacks, or yep?
I think we'll take a look around the bedroom first, right?
Well,
We might be able to
bedding.
use something like
The bed
bedding.
sheet.
There you go. Yeah, we'll tie it up around the body. It's been dead a couple days. I'm sure it's not bleeding much anymore.
It's
We
only overnight.
extract its guts to make it lighter.
No, she might want the guts.
Mm. Even the livers.
She married him. I think she deserves first pickings.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Everyone knows that when you marry someone and they die, you get the best parts.
Yes, we'll be fair.
These human customs are strange, but I don't question them. I just follow them.
He pockets the fingers that he has. Mine.
Don't show those to the lady. Or if she sees them, tell her they're from another human.
Yes, yes. I
Put
will.
a tunnel in her closet, just a bunch of humans.
There were so
This
many.
totally isn't her dog; it's a different dog.
All right.
Her dog's
So
on the
yeah,
wall.
we throw the body or what remains of the body in a sack made of bedding. and I'll toss it over my shoulder, and we will walk back.
I can
Was
see.
it at the Rusty Dragon she contacted us? I think so.
It was the Rusty Dragons. That's been.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's where we'll go.
So
She will be so pleased.
So it only takes a few minutes for you to be stopped in the street, carrying a now blood-soaked sheets with a body inside, and stopped by some of the guard. What are you doing there?
Hello?
What have you got in that bag?
A dead body.
And they immediately
It's a husband and wife hired us to go get.
they immediately lower their spears. What do you mean a dead body?
It
There's
was.
a dead body.
We will
Yeah.
not share this one with you.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. What else?
You
It's a
killed
body
this person?
that's dead. What?
Why? You're not supposed to be killing in our town.
Oh, no. Well, we
Yeah.
did
Murder
do
is
killing,
against the
but
law.
we killed a goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't kill this human. This human.
I'm
was
just
dead.
remembering I don't speak common, but I'm just shouting
Oh,
at
yeah.
the goblin.
We just.
I'm the only one who speaks common here. I think. So I explained, no. You see, this body was already dead. It was being chewed on by a goblin that we have dispatched. But the wife wanted the body of her husband back. She said, find my husband. So we found him, and now we're going to return him because we are heroes of the town. See the sashes.
He looks down to Jabba Snatch and sees the sash on one side and the remains of a dog on the other stuck.
Does he have to make a nature check to see if it's a dog? Because it is pretty mangled. It could just be my fur coat.
It actually, no, I'm going to
so
say
rude.
that he probably doesn't even see, like, just remains of an animal, recently dead, killed animal on the side. He wouldn't even recognize the dog. You did bite its head off, did you not? Yeah, he wouldn't recognize it as a dog.
Is there anything else I can do for you, officer?
I think we're going to have to, you say you're going to the Rusty Dragon, are you?
Yes, the wife of this man needs to have her property returned to her. She will be very happy.
Do a persuasion, please.
Okay.
Oh no.
I am surprised you even give me that.
Yeah.
All right. And then diplomacy, right?
Yeah,
is the-
diplomacy.
the-
Yes.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Not terrible.
Could be worse.
Okay. How about we take you to the prisons, and we'll have someone else go and collect this wife, and see which way and see what she says.
Oh, yeah, of course. If that is the law, then we will follow it.
Well, you shouldn't be carrying dead bodies throughout the streets. And he looks back and says, look at the blood trail. It's like
You have a law against carrying dead bodies around?
the other
What
guys
a
look at him.
nonsense law.
The other guys look at him.
Who came up with
Yes, we do.
Well, how do you move them around?
That's a good point.
And he
How do they get him in the
pauses a
graveyard?
moment and says,
Wait. Did we need to apply for a permit to move the body? Because if so, I'm happy to pay any penalty for that. We didn't want to miss any important paperwork.
he was trying to think of an excuse, and you just gave him the excuse of, yes, that's right, permit. And they should be going to the church, not to taverns. That's right.
I will have to fill out the paperwork of these goblins because they're stupid savages and they don't know how to read or write. But I will fill out paperwork for all three of us. And then I say in Goblin, we just need to follow this nice man, and he is going to connect us with the wife, who I guess is no longer in the tavern.
And
Why'd she move?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's being very odd. I think there was something about moving the body around. I guess we have to be more careful with that in the future.
Okay.
They have strange customs.
I don't understand
Clearly.
these humans.
No, apparently, if you want to move a simple dead body around, there's some kind of process.
Bureaucracy.
Very inefficient.
Terrible.
So, about 20 minutes later, you're placed in a. You just asked to wait here, and the wife is on her way. The lady's on her way, and you notice that when they asked to wait here, they lock the doors of where you're waiting, and it's kind of a Spartan place that you're all sitting in.
I like it.
It's got like a bench which you're all sitting under.
Ooh, a bench.
Yeah, and
Fancy.
it's a very
They
airy
do
door
think we are honored guests.
made of metal.
Good structure.
Yeah.
Yes. Better than that soft bed that we had.
Very defensible.
Very
and
defensible.
yes, and no silly human trappings.
Only one way in, only one way out. It's really defensible. And
Maybe we should stay at this inn.
Yes. Yes. And out of nowhere, Jank will start building a garbage raccoon god. Somehow he's found this garbage to build it.
Can we have a art role, performance role type thing for your new craft role even?
Okay.
Whichever you'd like prefer to use.
I'm just trying to think, what would I use? Knowledge and nature. I don't know if that's it. Perform? Would that be a thing?
Perform art.
Or knowledge engineering? Oh,
There's a
art.
craft.
Yeah,
Is there a
craft.
craft?
Yeah,
There's
it's
just
up
a-
above.
I will do that.
Yeah. There's lots of different things you could do.
Oh, it's
Okay.
very recognizable as a pile of garbage.
Just a mound.
It's a bit sloppy.
And somehow
His eyes keep falling out.
and you don't even know where
You've been
the
hiding
mound-
snacks.
Give me some of those dog bits. I can finish them off that way.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Very good.
That was weird. I don't know what happened.
Yep, they're good. So time goes on, and as you're creating the mound of garbage, doesn't really look like a raccoon god, and you hear, but officer, I did say them. I sent them to try to help my husband. He didn't return last night, and you can hear this going on in the background, and you hear people walking down the hard stone floor towards you, and there's 3 officers and the woman again, hearing her eyes out, and says, absolutely bawling her eyes out, but you can't reach her because of the aerated door made of steel and iron, and you just can't reach her.
Let me out.
They're the ones
they
we asked
will
to.
open the door.
They're the ones I asked to save him and to investigate, and she sees. I'm not even going to give her a survival check to recognize the dog, as it's the same color pelt, it's the same consistency, even though it doesn't have a head or I believe a tail, but recognizes the fur patch. So the fur patch, and she just bawls her eyes out. And
I will
she-
note at this time, I'm probably on the floor trying to hack up this skull I swallowed. So I can like
Yeah.
decoration. Just like cat, like, trying to cough up a hairball.
The guards undo the very secure door with their keys and open and let you out. It's like, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. It seems your paperwork is okay, and you don't need to fill out any
I
paperwork.
did not fill out any paperwork. Perhaps the wife filled out the paperwork for us. We will
Yes.
not make such an oversight next time.
And if you,
We would seek the wife and report to her.
well, she's there. She's bawling her eyes
Oh,
out.
okay.
She's there. Now that she's seen the dog, the remnants of the dog on the shoulder.
Let Jenk dry your tears.
Yes.
She's not assisting by picking Jenk up. She's just like
You were,
crying.
will
like,
recall that I told you that likely your husband and dog are dead, and yes, they are dead. But the good news is we have killed the goblin that was infesting your house. You will find its remains left in your bedroom. That has been made quite a mess by the remains, as it did seem to splatter the guts of your dog around the walls.
Your subtlety is just you're very militant. It's perfectly played. She says, I think I'll have to I'll have to stay at my sister's and go and stay in the city, and I don't think I could stay in the house until it's properly cleaned.
I understand humans are weak.
She turns to one of the guards who says, he just says, look, I'm sure the cathedral will have a place for you and your children to stay, and you'll be okay, and we can wait for your sister, and we'll send word to the city. But I'm sorry that we had to detain or delay these people, these heroes of the city, or the town, sorry.
You thought a law had been broken. What you did was necessary.
Yes. Now, heroes, he addresses you all. If you find a dead body, or if you find a body that's not dead and maybe needs healing, it might be best to take it to the cathedral to be taken care of.
Well, of course, if it's still alive.
And if it's dead as well.
Okay. And do I need some special permit to do that?
No, but you probably shouldn't be just taking bodies around the town in, well, bed sheets. And this is all sacks.
Oh, okay. I see the issue. Next time we will not cover it up.
No.
I understand, because you didn't know what was in that sack. We will be far more open in the future. We do not wish to deceive.
He turns to one of the other officers. He just shrugs and he says, "Okay, then."
As always, we are at your service.
Now, yeah. Do what you do. Just please, don't scare the locals. They're already on edge after the recent events.
Why would we try to scare the locals? I mean, they seem to cry all on their own.
So I'm expecting Jane to tears. Yeah.
Actually, he's got some tears to feed on right now. He's probably sucking on a handkerchief.
He's got his tongue out underneath the crying wife.
Trying to catch rain.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Before they hit the
understand, but you
floor.
get a few drops of tears.
Oh, sweet.
Sweet, salty tears.
I can taste the fear of humans.
It's more sadness.
Tastes like the
rather than
ocean.
Reminds me of the sea.
I was just going to say it's more sadness rather than fear. The scene is played out, and you essentially let go, although you didn't really even know you were detained.
I asked them the rates. Should we wish to stay here again?
There's no rates here.
Oh, it's not an inn.
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We did enjoy the decor and concrete floors. It was far more comfortable.
Well, hopefully we don't see you back in the same place.
I tell him to add bars on the ceiling so I can cling to them next time. Don't have them just on the walls. You need some on the ceiling too.
I will tell him that. And then I say, thank you for your help. We will be on our way. I have told him.
Good.
And you're essentially let go into the city, or into the, sorry, keep on saying city, into the town of Sandpoint once more. Free citizens, though you didn't really even know you're detained. You have the remnants of a dog.
Yeah, we return to the Rusty Dagger.
As you return to the Rusty Dagger, there's someone in the Rusty Dagger drinking. Someone in the Rusty Dagger. It's still early. I believe it was still early morning or mid morning, and he's drinking. He seems to be quite proud of himself. He's got a big axe sitting on the table, and he's got a big jug of alcohol. And beside him are two large hounds, just obediently, just sitting there, and he's just waiting.
Oh, two small doggies.
Javisnatch, clueless and just smells more animals, is walking over to find the ceiling so they can climb up onto the rafters again.
Careful.
Just like
It
wandering
would be
around
a shame if something was to happen to those dogs.
As soon as you enter, they start, instead of barking, they start aggressively just snarling at you. And the man
Come
doesn't
here,
do anything
doggies.
to stop him.
Why do you growl back at them?
He seems pleased to get that reaction.
If your dogs attack, we will be forced to defend ourselves.
And cook them.
And I'll be forced to defend my animals as well, and then maybe collect some more ears for my collection. The man
We are honored guests of the town, I'm afraid. Not ordinary horde goblins. We are goblins of Sandpoint.
You're goblins.
You will find our ears have no value here.
Well, I've got a bounty, 5 gold per set of ears.
Mm-hmm.
And yours will add to my collection next door.
Well, if you plan to take that, I suggest you stop talking like a human and start fighting like a creature of honor.
Without even his input, the snarls increase in aggressiveness from the animals. Just sensing
your
the
dogs
tension
look
of the room.
flammable.
A maid walks out from the back and sees what's going on. And she quickly runs back out. The young halfling maid old halfling maid just quickly runs back to into the kitchen, and you can hear some hurried discussion. And Amiko comes out and says, "Oh God, these are our guests, and you are not. Go back next door and take your animals. These are they're honoured guests of the inn."
Yes, you stupid human. You took all your time talking when we could have been dealing with things. Now you must slink away like a little coward back to your little den. Pray we do not come for you in the night.
He slowly puts his axe into his belt, takes the mug of drink.
Oh yeah.
This is die for the first goblin.
Not the reaction I was expecting.
PC Goblin who pledges to take regular, daily, Longshanks-style baths with soap and everything and then remain clean until the next bath time.
So, whichever character pledges to take proper baths.
I have the soap.
And thank you for the donation again. So we get that organised really quickly. Oops, there we go. D4 to red, banner, blanks hoplite 43. Or red.
And I want to use it right away. as the guy slinks out, I want to do an intimidate.
Oh.
And I'll say, keep walking, human.
Let's get
What die type is it?
what die type is it? Are you trying to use strength, charisma, or like what are you trying to?
I would use strength.
Yeah,
That's how I'm clearly kind of challenging him to a fight, but I figure he's too cowardly.
you don't think he's cowardly?
Oh yes, cowardly.
Okay, you think he's cowardly? Yes.
And Jake's like mocking.
If he wasn't a coward, he wouldn't have been talking. He would have been fighting. He waited. He clearly waited for the innkeeper to come out and save him.
Yes.
All right, so I will be adding the extra die, but this is the base intimidate. With strength, it will be. And then what is the die type I'm adding?
D4.
D4.
So you may need a 4 here to get a. Ooh.
I'm somewhat intimidating.
Yeah. So on
He might not be intimidated, but at least I
he's
didn't
also
make
going
it
to
for myself.
intimidate back
Ooh.
because he's doing essentially what he's doing is also an attempt of intimidation.
Okay.
There we go. Open roll. Oh, that's poor too.
Jake's still scared.
So
Neither of us are overly cowed.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Keep walking, human. Keep walking. Take your rats.
The dogs follow him, and as the dogs follow, they're looking at the group, and just snarling, as if they know whose food here, and
Come
they don't
back
believe
tonight,
it's them.
doggies. I'll have treats for you.
And so, Amika says, so I see you've met our next door neighbours.
He's foolish.
So I didn't notice him in here earlier. I was out the back cooking. I'm sorry about that. He doesn't really like your kind. And when I mean your kind, I mean anything not, or anything goblinoid.
I like some humans, but I don't like him.
Yeah, he's had a bounty on goblinese for some time now. He's got a collection in something about his childhood. I don't know.
Well, someday you won't be around to save him.
Well, Davron is a very dangerous individual.
Yeah.
One more die for the line bar. Okay, we'll get that set up again. I knew there was a really quick way of doing this, but there isn't. I've looked into it. There we go. She says Davron is actually quite a danger, and his dogs they're very ferocious. He trains them well, and he helped, like in the raid. He actually took on several goblins himself, but
I see what you're saying. We need a tactical advantage before we engage.
You need a tactical advantage. You need a lot more than that as well.
Jabbersnatch advises trees. Dogs don't climb. And humans can't really do that either.
No, they're pathetic at climbing. This is common knowledge.
And Miko actually laughs at your suggestion of trees and says, well, I've used trees in my own time. I can see the advantage coming from them myself. Some humans, we can climb.
He doesn't look like a climber. He looks like a burner.
Probably not a climber, no. But rumor has it he also trains his horses to attack your kind too.
Oh, well, I'm not afraid of his horses. He doesn't bring them along, does he?
When he goes hunting, yes, he does.
Well, he's lucky that we don't go hunting anymore. We already went hunting. We're not going again.
We are horse slayers.
So his horses are very lucky that we don't kill them. As we could, because we're not afraid of them.
No, we already killed a horse. Like,
yeah, I killed a horse. The last horse I found died.
Demon Slayer.
I was not afraid of it at all.
It went crazy and started attacking us. What?
It was a traitor.
As you hear,
as all horses tend to be.
In the background. The horses from the stables next door.
Maybe we should go sleep on Junk Beach tonight. You know, just because we're tired of these comfortable trappings.
Well, I can make the your rooms uncomfortable if you would like. What would you like me to do?
Remove the beds for one. Where are we supposed to sleep? They take up all the room.
In the beds.
But you if you lie on the bed, you sink into it.
Yes, you do. It makes things much easier to sleep in.
I prefer not suffocating when I sleep.
How do you keep your back straight? It curves into this bed.
How about we leave the bed frames but take out all the bedding?
I guess, but how do the bugs even get to you?
Well,
there are plenty of bugs in trees. They climb. They can also
some do, but it's just less. I'll wake up and there's no spiders on me.
But we try to keep the bugs.
It's because you're not up here in the rafters. They like higher places. You're too
and I sleep in the garbage.
They have that little tickling. It's like a nice little massage while you're sleeping.
That's why I'm up here. Look at all these cobwebs.
And occasionally they bite you, and then you wake up with all these nice battle scars.
I just don't know where this is going. Just, again.
Bug bites are amazing. They're so itchy.
Yes, they force your discipline not to scratch. Unless you're a goblin, then you scratch a lot. But a true hobgoblin does not scratch.
Again, don't know where this is going. She said, well, we can remove the bedding, or would you like us to put the bedding on the floor and just remove the beds?
Or just take out the whole thing.
Okay, we can just we can move them to other rooms then, and maybe get some more people doubling up. Okay.
Yeah, force them to have 2 beds.
Okay then, I guess we will. We can have that arranged by tonight, if that would like. Would you like some baths drawn for tonight?
Yes, 3 baths.
What? No.
With warm water.
3 baths.
I'll bring my own soap.
I only bathe in rain, and I climb outside.
They won't get far.
I bathe in the garbage water.
They'll hear the horses. They'll be right back inside.
She calls it, and yes, there's horses outside. As you run outside, some horses.
I'm not running. I'm climbing. I am on the ceiling.
As you climb outside, there's horses that go past.
What?
I climb on the roof.
It's just
on the street. On the street.
I listed the very specific things that Jabba Snatch is afraid of. Horses are not native in the jungle. These horses and dogs are like a mainlander goblin and hobgoblin thing. It's completely foreign to them.
You're
They don't
looking-
climb trees. They're not dangerous.
It's more the we
Monkey.
figured out last time. Snakes.
Yeah, the giant snakes and toads that can swallow you in one bite. And
Oof.
cats. Cats are terrifying.
Hmm.
Like giant cats that can climb trees. They're stealthy and will drop on you.
I got to remember cats then. So
Drop
dogs for
dead.
one side, cats for the others. Strange enough, there's a lot of themes already in this with certain like animals and whatnot, so it works. Like the hunting scene. Could have been so easy. No, couldn't have animals. Had to get a carriage, a box. Okay, so she calls out for Bethana, the little halfling maid, to start drawing some baths for everybody. And says, "Would you like some lunch? Would you like some food?"
Yes.
It doesn't smell fully ripe yet.
Well, we haven't had. Well, we kept some of the garbage from yesterday, or some of the leftovers from last night, and we kept it just in case you wanted it. But our garbage pickup has already arrived for today.
That's my bed.
We will want it, but maybe leave it out in the afternoon sun for an hour or so.
That
Yes.
may
Well,
cause
after we
issues.
have our baths, it should be ready.
Okay.
Uh,
So after your baths, we'll have it plated up for you.
And as Jenk is thinking about that, 2 hands suddenly come.
no, no.
And Buddy's squealing. "Ah!"
Body will run around like a distress.
Yeah, afterwards,
distressed animal.
Red is just covered in scratches. That went about as expected. Now for the other one.
I am on the roof.
That's what the boar spear is for.
Oh, God.
No, never. Like he's
It's got those things on the side. I'll hook them. Pull. This one's worse. This one has the whips.
The whips and the tail and is climbing.
But on the upside, has all the hooks on the armor that you can just catch onto. And if you,
Eventually, I just get tangled
Yeah, well,
up in red.
it does
and Red
help
just
me
jumps
hold.
into the bathroom.
It helps me hold on. Yeah. It hurts a bit more, but that's okay.
mm-hmm. So
And
we
then
have-
afterwards, then I'll have my bath and clean the various wounds that I've collected.
I'll go and roll in the garbage as soon as
Yeah,
Reed's
immediately
out.
runs
collected.
outside, starts just rolling.
They
into the ground.
they were clean for a moment. That's all I can hope for.
No, the garbage was collected though.
Oh
We
yeah.
don't have garbage until
Right,
the
though.
night.
I'll go into my garbage can anyway. Hide in there.
I mean, horses did go by. There is horse poop. on
Oh,
the street. That is where Jabby Snatches smelled for the horse poop.
oh yeah.
So you have your garbage lunch after your breakfast. Have one bath. I think it's probably even the only bath you've ever had.
Disturbing.
Yeah.
It's not the last.
I will say I'm looking into using hero points for the game. So hero points are just like essentially stuff you get to do weird stuff, like a reroll of a roll, similar to like reroll of a roll, giving you plus on one of your rolls, like a big plus. And so I'm considering doing that. I'm working on ways of introducing it. So just as a heads up, it's again expanding the rules, even though we're not using the full rules, like because there's so much in Pathfinder. But I'm thinking of using it, and that would have totally earned a hero point.
I nearly died. I would hope so.
Yeah. But yeah, so you have your lunch, you have your bath, or you're bathing your lunch, and you then go straight back into getting filthy again as quickly as you can. What are you doing for the rest of the afternoon?
bandaging.
Oh, seek out my riding human. My domesticated human.
You haven't seen her today.
Oh,
Well, this
okay.
afternoon. You won't be able, you don't find her today as you try to seek out.
Jabba is standing at the tallest point on this tavern and chanting at the sky for Baba Gugan to obliterate this village.
So, to set this scene, on top of the tavern is a giant, now rusted dragon, which you are standing atop. This giant rusted dragon, which is why it's called the Rusty Dragon, and you are chanting in Abyssal, screeching to the sky to sacrifice the entire town. Okay. Is that how you
know my daily prayers?
Your daily prayers, yes. Yeah. You get a lot of looks as like people don't understand that you're actually speaking Abyssal. They just think that you're speaking a monkey language and that you're yelling at the sky, and they don't understand anything about what's going on. Thankfully, they don't understand anything that's going on. Because
we don't understand either. We think
except for my one
gibberish.
Your one acolyte who's not in town anymore. He was only in town for the one day to warn of this incoming pending doom. That's not Baba Gugan. I'm sure that will come later. So the day passes. It's like the day passes and everything settles, and I'm sure you cause trouble at night, unless you want to do something specific.
Bed early.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
I think I'm going to make a nest on the dragon.
You make a
I've
nest
decided
on
to use the dragon as my bed.
I'll check the garbage can.
The garbage can starts filling up throughout the night.
Oh, beautiful. I will burrow into it. Me and Bitey.
Okay, garbage monsters. That's never good.
It's nice and cozy.
Well, it's still tempted to like have the garbage men accidentally pick up and then throw you over the cliff.
So it's going home. It's fine.
The shortcut.
Mm-hmm. So in the morning, you're awoken. Well, actually, in the morning, Red is awoken after having a great night's sleep on the floor with no bedding, nothing, no beds,
Yep.
no bedding.
And he's a back sleeper, you say?
You're awoken by not even a knock on the door, but the door opening into the room is what awakes you. And hold on, I've just got to get this set up now. A timid elderly halfling woman has entered the room, and she's crying and she's calling out, I need help! I need help! She's missing. Where is everybody? Is everyone else missing too? Did they take her?
Who is missing? And I get up and I immediately start putting on my stuff.
And you notice that Jabba is not there. Jank's also not there.
Were we sharing a room?
You were all sharing a room, or in theory you were.
Oh,
Jabba sleeps in the
good.
rafters, now sleeping on the roof. Jank sleeps in the
I'm always the first to get up. This is not good. What? Speak, old woman. What has come and taken my recruits?
I don't know, but Amiko, I woke up this morning to find Amiko hadn't started breakfast, and I went to check in on her, and she's not there either. I found this letter, and and in her quarters, and it seems important, or it is important.
I will read the letter. I am not a goblin savage.
On one side is a language you don't understand, and it's written in...
I do know a number of languages.
What number of languages do you know?
I know Thalosian, Common, Goblin, Draconic, and Dwarven.
Yeah. So Thalosian is essentially the common of this region.
Okay, well then I know it as a bonus language for being an alchemist.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. But it's written. The script is very flowing, and it's very well written. But you don't understand. It's like a very flowing, very elegant looking language, at least the writing itself. But you don't understand anything that's in there.
I am guessing flowing language like this, weak language. I assume it belongs to an elf.
She says it's actually it's written in Mankian. It's from where Amika was teaching me a little, and and she points to the other side. I translated it. So
good. You are a good recruit.
And on the other side, the writing is a lot less refined.
Refined is a waste of efficiency.
So we'll show you the handout.
Okay.
And it's unlocked to everyone's journals. There you go.
I hope this letter finds you well and with some free time on your hands, because we've got something of a problem. It's to do with father. Oh, him. Okay. Seems that he might have something to do with Sandpoint's recent troubles with the goblins. And I didn't want to bring the matter to the authorities because we both knew he had just weaseled his way out of it. You've got some pull here in town, though. If you can meet me at the Glassworks at midnight tonight, maybe we can figure out how to make sure he faces punishment he deserves. Knock twice, then 3 times more, then once more at the delivery entrance, and I'll let you in. In any case, I don't have to impress upon you the delicate nature of this request. If news got out, you know these local rubes would assume that you and I were in on the whole thing, don't you? They've got no honor around these parts. Agreed. Now, I still don't understand how you can stand to stay here. Anyway, don't tell anyone about this. There are other complications as well, ones I'd rather talk to you in person about tonight. Don't be late. Suto? I'm going to say Suto.
I'm going to take your pronunciation because I've not been able to pronounce it, and I'm just like, I'll let someone else do that first.
I'm going to say Suto.
Sounds about right.
Do you know this Suto?
She explained, that's it's Amiko's brother, and then she corrects herself. Really, half brother, kind of. You see,
and what do you know of him?
Well, back before Amiko was born, or a year before Amiko was born, Suto was born, and you see, he's a half elf, and both of Miko's parents.
That explains the flowing writing.
Not one of them is an elf. So, I mean...
So somebody betrayed the breeding program. Normally punishable by death.
Lonjuko, it was obvious that old Lonjuko wasn't the boy's father, and so he excommunicated the boy and sent the boy away to the Tarandok Academy to be raised. Amiko didn't even know about the boy about her half brother until she was about 10, and she used to tell me that she used to visit him, bring food and talk to him all day long, and but when she got older, they had a fight. I don't know what it was. I've asked several times. She won't tell me. She won't tell anyone. And that's when she disappeared. She ran off to the city, became an adventurer, and a year later she came back to her mother's funeral, and then bought out this place and restored it and brought it back to what it is. But she's been searching for him. She doesn't know where he's been, but she's been asking people that come through if they've seen him, and she wants to keep in touch with him, but she hasn't been able to track him down. I'm just worried that Suko's up to no good, and with the sheriff out of town, I think you might be the only people to be able to help in this.
And my recruits are missing, but this glassworks. That is where we must invest. That's where I must investigate. Perhaps I will find my recruits there.
I think I heard someone in the garbage earlier when I was looking for.
Oh, yeah. Let's go check. Perhaps Jenk is okay. I actually hurry. I march quickly. I don't run, but I walk quickly to the back alley where I know the garbage is kept. And actually, I'll check the rafters of the tavern as I go through and see if Jabbersnatch is there.
Nope. Not sleeping in the rafters.
Nope. All right. And I'll call out in Goblin, Jabbersnatch! Jabbersnatch!
Roll perception.
Yeah, if you want.
Oh gosh.
This is no.
13 to it.
It's a hearing
It's a
test.
hearing check.
The hearing isn't bad, so you don't get the -4 on the normal. So is that 17?
13.
No, that's 13.
Okay, so is the penalty for blinded taken off that before or after the roll?
No, it doesn't actually subtract it. It just gives me the note so that I can subtract it afterwards. Yeah. I don't know how to make it do it automatically.
I think just having the notes is good enough just by having that tick there. So a 13's, you could hear through the rafters and from inside the tavern.
I roll over. I wake up, hearing my name, roll over, pull some garbage over my head.
No answer then.
Yep. And I go to the back alley and I start rooting through the garbage. Jank! Jank! Bitey!
My garbage!
Bitey!
My garbage! No. He's half asleep, thinking somebody's coming for his garbage.
Amenko is in trouble. She is one of the few humans who has been nice to us all the time.
Yes, she supplies us with garbage, and she
removed the beds from our rooms. She has helped us on multiple occasions. It is time for us to help her.
Yes, she's
gone missing in the night.
This is unacceptable. She's to be eaten. We have that on her.
Yes, if she is dead, she would wish us to eat her.
It's true.
Wait, does that make you married?
I'm not married because there's no marriage amongst hobgoblins. We have a queen and a breeding program, and Red was not selected for the breeding program.
Ooh, is this the background of why he left, huh?
Well, no, that's not why he left. He was hoping to become part of the breeding program, but he never himself.
One day.
He was hoping.
So there's two of you now. You're still missing.
Yes, perhaps it appears Jabbersnatch has gone missing in the night. Also, perhaps there was something to do with Amenko. I know where to look. The glassworks.
Then we should wait. Bitey, can you spell Jabber?
Oh, good. Yes. Have your animal check.
This
Go,
if
brother,
this fails,
fight
I don't know
him.
what to do as the GM here.
Find him.
I'm just
They'll
going
be
to say
like,
yes.
Bye,
To,
Nick. Have a good night.
They like to fight. They like to hide. You know that. Look
I'm
up.
just going to say
I
yes.
checked
It
the
passes.
rafters. They were not in the rafters. That's where they always are.
As the GM was saying yes, that he can sniff out Jabbersnatch, but can't reach where Jabbersnatch is, as in up.
Bitey does have a climb speed, if it helps.
Oh, then absolutely, then yes.
Yeah.
So
Spidey
Buddy just
climbing
climbs
the
up the
walls.
wall.
Yeah.
Grab a snatch.
Yeah. Fetch.
Yes, fetch. Yes. You have
So
a
I
good
imagine-
pet.
He's my boy. He's a good brother.
He deserves treats.
Yes. I give him all the garbage he wants.
Good.
Finger bones. He loves finger bones.
Did you
I
add
imagine I
the?
wake up with him in this nose, and as I'm covering my ears, because of course Red doesn't have a normal like outside voice. He has this military, I'm shouting over mountains outside voice, and they're just like, I just want sleep.
Bitey's
He
probably
doesn't
looking.
have an outside voice. It's all outside voice.
It's drill sergeant voice.
Yep.
And Bitey would just lick, because you're probably covered in delicious morsels.
Oh yeah, I imagine he's like eating the dog
There's
skin. I
there's
have on my back.
probably some nibbling.
He's forgotten to actually wake you up, and he's just consuming the
Yeah,
dog.
he's like,
Yeah, yes,
snacks.
that's what wakes me up. He's eating my dog skin, and I'm like, no, I slap him over the nose. It's fine. I, like run away from him.
You're
I
running
heard
away,
him.
but
I
you're on a
heard
roof.
him. They're up there somewhere.
Yes, they're skittering. And 2 sets of skittering.
Yeah.
Jake, call off your creature. It's trying to eat my skin, and I'm pulling it as it's pulling the other dog's skin.
All right.
Come down. Come down so he can command his creature.
Come here, brother. I hear demons. Is it Babagoo gone?
We should go inside.
Yep, Jake's gone already.
Yeah. And then I look around, Jake. Spear comes out.
Do I have to do a strength roll against Bitey to see if I get my dog skin back, or he's take it from me?
I can see a raccoon.
Against
If
Bitey.
you want.
I don't want to do a strength check against Bitey.
He's not that strong.
I have a -2.
Well, I see 18 and 4. And the
I
4
think
is the 4 is not Bitey.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty one-sided there.
So at this point, I probably, wherever Bitey goes, I'm on top of Bitey trying to get the skin out of his mouth as he's eating it. Like when a dog eats something, you try to get it out of their mouth.
Yeah. He'll drag you to the inn. And then Jane could be like, release that dog. That's not yours. I'll get you one later. And I imagine he'll churlishly release the dog body.
It's just like a piece of the tail left. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
So I was just playing sounds, trying to find. There's not really any good dog sounds I can quickly just search for. Whoops. That was,
That's war.
Did Babagoo got it right?
It appears there's been a mudslide.
no, that was me not clicking in the right spot before doing things and auto stuff. Yeah. I'm going to include the missing players in this, just because, well, it's
I would gather all the recruits.
all the recruits in this. But we're going to have a quick break. I'm sorry we did start late, so we're kind of having a break now instead of later. Just in case, well, something happens. Who knows? And yeah, sometimes if you get in combat, we might get stuck in combat for like the entire episode. So let's have a break now. Again, who knows? It may not be any combat at all. But I do know. So we're going to have a break now.
I think we all know.
Really? Hence why
You
we're
were
also
very
including
subtle.
the rest
Very
of
subtle.
Although recently we have had other shows where we've had entire episodes of combat, so we've had some big, massive stuff going on recently. So we're going to have a break here. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for... don't go away. Stay watching. We'll have our Goblins chanting music in the background. And we'll come back and we'll continue on with our investigations of the glassworks. And... see where the adventure goes. Ooh, spooky. And of course, try to find the only nice human that's been nice the entire time. And trying to eat them, apparently, if they're dead. I'm sorry,
Only
that's...
if they're dead.
Yeah.
Only if they're dead.
Yeah.
Not if she's alive.
The eating the husband, because that's the marriage thing. I didn't think that was in the marriage contract, but apparently it is. I'm going to
I assumed it was. I mean, common sense, right?
Why else would you get married?
Yeah.
What's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine. I mean,
Giving yourself body and soul. I think that's taken.
I mean,
quite
it's pretty
differently.
clear, pretty
Yeah.
textbook.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to include that in all other shows from now on. It's gonna be fun because we've got two characters that are shipping at the moment in one show, so gonna force them to eat each other. That's how it works. Lose your character, you got to eat your partner. So we're gonna have our break now, and don't stick around, don't go away, and we'll be back for our second half. Not half, but second part of the show. So thanks for the donations and thanks for all the bits and pieces. So we'll be right back. Get our song. There's that break. Hi, welcome back to the show. My name's Goblin, and thank you for everyone for sticking around. We are going into a non-combat episode of the show. That's right. We did our break early to not avoid combat at all. It's all an illusion. All an illusion. That's why the players now actually have a combat map on their systems. Hopefully they've put them into the right map so they can see, and they're not on this the whole this is where we start screen and take notes screen. Totally got nothing to do with combat at all. As I put the initiative order. No, I'm kidding. Kidding about the turn order. So I'll put it on the normal town map so you can actually have an understanding of where you are on the, like, in the town itself. So you can, like, once it's loaded up, I can show you kind of where you are in the town itself. Whoops.
It's loaded.
That was totally me changing the wrong scene. There we go. So now, usually where you're staying is over here in 37. And so 20 over here is the glassworks, just off Gull Street. And it's pretty much on the cliff face itself that goes out into the full ocean. So it's not that far away. And just a little bit of history which you would never even know. The Katsu, I can never pronounce this. Katsuju clan, like the family, were one of the founding members of the town. They helped the town prosper many years ago, as they brought glassmaking to this town, to the area. Glassmaking is a very rare thing. It's not actually the province or the region, even the kingdom itself, is not known for it. But where that family has come from, they were very good at it, and they brought it into this area. And because they've got the sand, they've got the minerals, and they've got the firewood that they need, everything right in the same area. So they essentially, the town didn't build around the glassworks, but the glassworks has been a long, massive owner in the town, and it's kind of, yeah, one of the reasons why the town prospers is because of the glassworks and the industry that they've been able to bring in.
Well, what can a bunch of goblins being sent in there cause harm?
Yes, goblins in a glassworks. Sure.
Nothing can go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong at all. Nothing at all. Okay, so let's stop the screaming in the background because I hadn't put down stop the screaming. So we move across back to the map that we're in. The total non-combat-y map. Totally not combat-y at all. If you're watching at home, not combat-y at all, no. I'll just zoom in and get that all organised for you. So you stand out. You've come up Gold Street, and it's really weird to try to zoom in and like at a corner of the map. There we go. So you've come up Gold Street to essentially a rotunda. It looks like one of the more formal entrances of the location. The glassworks itself is a large single-story stone building. A quick glance, you can see that all the windows, the curtains are covering all the windows from the inside. And you don't like. Well, that's all you can. That's all you notice initially. There is smoke coming from the main chimney, well, from the furnaces.
And would they normally be open at this time? It's pretty early in the morning.
Well, there's smoke there, like coming out. Are you asking the local people around, as in knocking on doors?
If there are local people around, yeah. Is this normal? The smoke going this early in the morning?
You're told that yes, the glassworks is normally open in this town. It's been a bit quiet like the last few days. We haven't seen many people around, but we assume that they're working on a secret project because the furnace is still lit and they're doing something in there.
Very exciting. And then I'll say in Goblin, Do we go in through the doors or through one of the windows? There are many windows.
Immediately goes for a window if they can find one.
Yes, it will be unexpected. Tactical surprise.
Sounds good. Are there any rubbish cans around that we might happen to pass?
There's no rubbish cans around, but you know that
Be careful eating the trash around here. It'll have sharp bits.
you also know the trash collection is usually done in the morning. That they've suspended it at the tavern because you sleep in the trash itself. Hey, this dies for the
This
first.
dies for the first blind goblin to find an acorn without any help. Can be naturally blind or so desperate for a die that they're willing to wear a blindfold. Or burn their eyes out with a poker. Either way.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's a challenge. First blind goblin to find an acorn. Anyone taking that up?
Well, I would hope so.
See if there are any acorns in this glass factory.
Yeah.
We might
That's a
have to do
jabber
some
jabber.
perception checks to see if there's any acorns in there. Is that how it works?
I'm sniffing for acorns.
Always sniffing for
18.
acorns. Anyone else want to put a blindfold on and take?
Nope. No, I'm giving this one.
This is definitely a jabber job.
I think this one is very centered on one character.
Yep, I totally agree. And yes, you can find an acorn tree and sniff yourself out an acorn in this matter.
I imagine I'm trying to find windows, but instead I find a tree. And I'm like, clearly there must be a window on the edge of this tree. And I just happen to find an acorn.
No, just an acorn.
How are we going to get it down?
You do notice as you climb. Well, oh no, you don't, because you're blind. You don't notice something visible when you're up the tree because you're blind. Except you have an acorn.
That's a win.
Stop climbing trees. Come down here. We're going in a window.
I'll send
think-
I'm
Buddy
trying to
after
find a
you.
window.
What? This window? Maybe this window here? What do you think? This window?
I like it.
All right.
Got to roll for my movement.
Oh god.
1.
Come towards
go in the
my
correct
voice.
direction.
This way.
I'm trying to resize everything at the same time, and at any given time, Boom Boom and Screech are just going to be at the back.
Yeah.
Just to make things simple. If something happens, they're at the back.
I am going to smash the window.
Okay, you smash the window.
It was open.
Love
There, you had
Syrinscape.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to do it, and I think so did they. So you smash the window into a curtain that have been shaded over, like that is blocking the sight inside.
I'll hook the curtain with my spear and yank it out.
Jank will smash this
damn, I've done
window
this wrong,
because
haven't I?
people are smashing windows.
Totally done this wrong.
Jabba continues on their path diagonally towards
Wait.
the left.
Buddy
Hey, let's go find
Fitch!
these windows.
Buddy Fitch!
Okay, so I'm gonna have to. I totally did that wrong with my. So you can see inside. That inside the. Like inside this room is a circular room. It looks like there's tables with display cases. There's a large corner table in front of two doors, and there's lots of glassware in there. lots of very ornate glassware, and
Shinies.
and inside and
I enter in through the window.
yep. So if you, there you go.
I did send Bitey to retrieve Jabba
Jabba Snatch.
before they escape too far.
Yeah. Okay.
I imagine Bitey has Jabba Snatch by the clothes and is trying to get them through the window backwards.
Yeah. He's
So
climbing it back first.
Hooks keep catching on like windowsills.
well, the hooks catch on the curtains. So as Jabba Snatch tries to come in, just keep on getting caught on the curtains themselves.
Hanging by curtain.
So this
Yep,
room
and then
contains a
it's
shop where customers can browse various glass objects produced here. Bottles, window panes, small glasswork art are the primary objects here, including a small glass acorn. Because why not?
I care nothing for these weak things.
Are there
Open this
shinies?
door if it's open.
The door down here, down the bottom,
Yep.
it is locked, but it's locked from the inside.
Then I unlock it and I open it.
Wrong button. Where am I? Dynamic lighting.
Yes.
Jabba
Stay
Snatch
close,
climbs over the
Jabba.
table and breaks whatever glass is in their path.
I knew that was
Just-
out.
because they now have a curtain cape that's like really long.
All
As
right.
you walk around the
Jinx.
room blindly.
Oh,
Okay,
Breaking
this
glass.
door leads outside.
People are breaking
This
glass.
die is for the first goblin to make glass eyes in the glassworks and then get, or force, themselves or another goblin to insert them, as eyes.
You've got an acorn eye.
So
I don't think my character is likely to force glass eyes into anyone.
this die is for
They're
the first
useless.
goblin to make glass eyes in the glassworks and get them
Oh, you gotta
get them
make
or
them.
force themselves or another goblin to insert them as eyes.
Yeah, I don't think I'm even going to try for that.
Yeah.
I know the one who has empty eye sockets is Jabba Snatch.
Yeah, and I don't
But they
see
can't
you
find
creating.
glass eyes.
Yeah, or
And a
making.
glass acorn makes a good eye.
But it was specifically from the glassworks, so you can't find the one from the beach. You can't use that one.
Rats.
The
No,
one that
that's a
follows.
god's eye anyway.
The
Can't
raccoon
have
god's
that.
eye.
All right, I'm going to go check this door.
Again, it's locked.
From the inside?
From the other side, it seems.
Other side. How about
Yes.
this one up here?
That's also locked from the other side.
These are locked.
You're in a shop front, so doors get locked.
I could burn it.
Yeah, I can pick locks, but I don't have thieves' tools yet.
I think Boom Boom has thieves' tools.
All right, give me those thieves' tools.
Well, I was going to see if Boom
Yeah.
Boom can do it, because I think he actually has lockpicking and thieves' tools and everything there.
I also have lock picking.
Character sheets. Again, this is
Yeah, he might be
unfamiliar.
better at it than I am. He has a really good dexterity.
Very good dexterity.
Okay, unlock this door
Um,
now, recruit.
I'm just checking to see if he's got thieves' tools.
I didn't say anything.
Checking.
I said no.
He pulls out his pistol.
Just shoot it
Um,
Do what you gotta do.
okay.
This door is not open.
He pulls out his pistol and shoots the door lock
Nice.
to open up the door in front of him.
Are we breaking stuff now? I'm into this.
It's in our
Preferably
way.
tape.
only break things if it helps us.
There we go. So you see in front of you a small corridor. Oh, we've still got the directions. See in front of you a small corridor that zigzags a little bit through.
Java snatch.
I use Bitey like a sheepdog to round him up. Go,
Yeah,
Bitey.
Just
Get him.
pull on the curtain to like as a leash, a reverse leash.
There we go. The curtain. Yeah, because they're stuck to the curtain as it is. So we pull the curtain, and Java snatch is like dragged along.
Just glass breaking everywhere.
Whips going crazy.
Oh gosh.
And from chat, no goblin has to be forced into having a glass eyes inserted. You can convince them willingly. It's a good idea.
Well, first gotta find some glass eyes.
Yeah. Well,
Right,
it says to make them.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, come along. In file.
I'm just going to try
Boom, boom, take the rear.
I'm just trying to zoom in a little bit better because it's a weird map on an angle.
Wow, you guys have fallen into excellent file. I'm very
I know,
impressed.
it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Is
I
this
think
door
we've
unlocked?
broken all the stuff in there.
The
That's
door is
why.
unlocked.
I open it.
Oh my god. I'm going to be switching through this layer so many times. There we go. And
Oh, that's a tiny room.
yep, tiny room. This seems to be a storeroom of pretty glass objects, ornate and artistic in style.
I close the door before anyone else looks in there. And I say, they're not in there. Keep going. Because they'll take a bunch of time wasted to break everything.
No, really?
Not our mission.
Okay, just assume people
Yes.
are behind.
The
Can
chaos.
I get a
I
perception?
immediately go through the door. This way.
Gabba, you're amazing.
That was luck. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
pressing against the walls.
So
Where are you guys?
Jank will go in and break things too because it's not fair.
This is not the mission.
Just do one, it's amazing. Hands him some glass, some delicate glass. Break it.
I will not.
I'll do it. Throw some glass.
There
All
we go.
right, Jabba, we better go.
Attention! Forward! March!
Marching backwards because I'm being dragged.
Good job, recruit Bitey.
Keep on them. Good on you, Bitey.
There you go.
Private Bitey, I now promote you to Corporal Bitey. You're now in charge of these goblins.
Bitey will like salute, straight back salute.
Good soldier.
Walking proud.
Ranking non-commissioned officer Bitey.
So this small corridor has several doors off to the left, one at the end of the corridor.
Well, I open them as I reach them, so this one first.
Yep. There you go.
And filled with glass.
So just trying to find where you are. This looks to be a small room with strange tools in them. One of the tools seems to be a stick, but instead of having a weapon head at the end, nothing. Instead of having like a blade or anything like that, it seems to have a flat post with not spikes on it, but really soft, like hair almost. Maybe for tickling people or herding animals.
Worthless.
Yeah.
Onward.
As you pass the storeroom with cleaning products.
Disgusting.
And the next one, as you open,
What kind of cleaning product doesn't have wire bristles?
so the next one you go through, again another small closet. Seems to have tools for servants, firewood, and other miscellaneous supplies are kept in here.
Useful supplies, but not needed now.
Mhm.
And this door.
Where is our human?
This
There
is
you
a
go.
big building.
So this seems to be a dining room used for staff to relax, eat, play cards in the off hours. The room is an absolute wreck. There's a mess, and it looks like it's been ransacked.
Jabba, have you been in here?
There is evidence here that there has been a disturbance.
Any food?
No food, but the tables have been overturned. Tables been overturned. The chairs are partially smashed. There's a scattering of playing cards around the place. Deliberately look like they've been thrown just all over the place. There's bowls that have been smashed.
Somebody's had a good time.
This is not the work of the employees of this location. There has
You
been
don't
an
know their
invasion.
customs.
And
You
this
just had a
room,
party.
Let's check out this door.
Maybe some humans can party around here.
Unlikely.
oh god, where's Jabba going?
Buddy, get them.
Walks into a wall.
Okay, phew. It's pretty hard for Jabba because this is like an odd slanted map actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you go to the wall up the top. Oh, kind of top.
Yeah, this one there.
Yep,
A hallway.
Cut them off.
pretty much. A very long hallway.
There are doors down here. Recruits, form up.
This way, Jabba.
Corporal Bitey, bring Private Jabba Snatch.
Snatch runs into Bitey, and then Bitey has to roll them forward.
I could see it. Like a wheel.
At this point, I imagine they're just tangled up in the curtain like a burrito. And Bitey's just like this raccoon rolling them.
And now there's bits of
It's a
chair
chaos
legs stuck in there
burrito.
too. The bits of glass.
Fetch, buddy. Fetch them.
There you go.
Good job, Corporal.
So there's a double door at the end of this corridor,
I open it.
and you can feel warmth coming from the wall next to you.
I believe glass is forged in fire.
Ooh. Fire's best.
So the double doors open up into an irregular shaped corridor with several doors leading off in different directions.
This is
Built this
an
place.
inefficient building. There are too
Yeah.
many doors.
I know.
Such a long hallway.
Jank will open this door, please.
Yes, that is.
I open doors too.
Yes, and
Wow.
you have opened them in an organized manner. I approve.
Many chairs.
And
Let's open that up.
yeah,
Go up to 11.
are those windows at the bottom?
Yes, there are windows at the bottom. They've got the drapes are covering the windows once again. This seems to be a meeting room seems to be a large meeting room with chairs which have been slashed and cut, but the chairs seem to have once had softness to them.
Just randomly slash shit.
The invaders have come through here.
Is this goblins? Is this goblin work?
It does
Yeah,
appear that there is random destruction.
This is something what I would do.
Exactly.
Just waiting
Good.
for you to turn
Means
to a room
easy
that doesn't
prey.
Jank will rip the curtains down.
Yeah. Not everything had been destroyed randomly.
Yes. They've done a tidy job.
You rip the curtains down. Now you can see outside.
That's better. Now the job is finished.
I open this door.
Aha.
Oh, Jabba, come here. Fighty Fitch.
There you go. And you return back to the smashed room before the tables.
Okay. We have gone in a circle.
We've done lots of walking. I don't like this.
Continue.
You're
Marching.
doing a lot of
We have done
walking and
marching.
rolling.
Jabba's had the
I
most
open
fun.
this door.
They always have the best fun.
It has a small corridor, very small, thin corridor with another door.
With
leading
another
off it.
door.
I know.
Surprise, surprise.
There are so many doors.
Really like
Open this
doors.
Humans love doors. I will bring my human a door. That will impress her.
Okay. There seems to be a small private office for important people. The cushions, again, once plush and soft like your beds, have been slashed. The table has been hacked at.
And there's another
Just
door.
come in here and
I
hack up all the
open it.
furniture. Just the furniture, nothing else. All the glass that was there was still unbroken. Clearly these goblins only hate furniture.
This is sound logic.
You move into
This door has so many, or this room has so many more doors.
move into a larger area for meeting. There's what was once large pieces of glass of ornate design that has been smashed.
Is there anything else to destroy in here?
Oh,
The windows.
the windows. There's also
Yes.
a door there.
I'll rip the curtains down and flip a table if it has to be. Help me, Jabba.
I am in the curtain, wiggling around.
Oh no,
This
I'm
game's
blind. I'm
freedom.
blind.
I open this door here.
The door is locked from the inside. You unlock it
And I
and
unlock
you
it.
open to an outside door.
And I go over to this side and open that door.
And it's not an outside door. What am I just doing? There we go. I'm trying to. So, in there seems to be several cabinets and shelves containing lots of written documents and records and things like that. It's in various languages. Some of which, if you spent time, you could probably even understand. But most of it's been pretty much thrown about the place.
It looks to be a record-keeping office. I'm impressed they keep decent records, except the different languages is inefficient.
Should we burn it?
No, if you burn it, it will set fire to this place. We are inside.
You have
the
spoken
building
of
made of
no
wood or stone?
downsides.
All right.
And again, back to the regular shaped corridor.
More
Over
doors?
this way. And I now pronounce a new rule. If we are inside a building, we do not set fire to the building.
I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it's bad for the fact that you actually have to have a rule for that.
I'll think about this.
Jank is non-committal.
But that's the other side. I'm pretty sure no one's going to follow that rule, no matter what you do.
Says it's a rule, and then long, silent pause.
Yeah. Obviously, they understood and agreed. No voices of dissent must mean compliance.
So this seems to be a loading room. There's a wheelbarrow sits against the wall here. There are shelves on the walls which contain additional reagents and what you think of as maybe even spices. One of you understands that they're for changing the colours and textures of the glass. There's manganese, cobalt, tin, and other quality reagents.
Useless. The only useful color of glass is clear.
There seems to be a safe. Yes, there's a safe on the floor, but the door to the safe is open.
Okay. I assume it is empty.
And yes, it is empty.
I open this door here.
Yep. You hear smashing from a room near you.
There's a party going on without us.
So have I found any glass eyes? Did anything
Prepare.
attach to my carpet?
Prepare for battle.
Jets of glass could be eyes.
Engage stealth mode.
Dynamic lighting.
I put down the piece of glass I was going to smash.
So there's stairs that go
These
downwards.
stairs. Down? Okay.
Do I get advantage on stealth for being in a carpet when my steps are really soft?
I think your disadvantage. I think your advantage in stealth is the fact that you can't see what you're creeping up to, but I don't think that's an advantage. If you had advantage on stealth sneaking up to a dragon is the fact that you're not wetting yourself sneaking up to a dragon. That's I think that's how it will play out. So everyone's stealthing while going downstairs.
Trying to. We
Trying
don't
to.
have a guy who'll roll 50.
So because I'm in a burrito, I immediately just fall down the stairs and roll.
I imagine there's hooks coming out of the burrito, and as you're being dragged along the floor, they scratch along the concrete.
Trying to do is just drag and drop new ones in. It's easier than trying to copy old. So we have Jabbersnatch at the base. We have Jank, Piety, and Red. The others I'll bring in when needed. If needed, maybe. I don't know. When. Let's move that down a little bit there. Okay.
We'll need our Goblin song.
So your sneaking's not really well done here. You find yourself in what seems to be a cellar dug out of the stone bedrock. This underground storage area seems to have used to store sand and other raw materials. 2 wheelbarrows sit at the base of the stairs. A brick wall looks to have been recently dismantled here, leading to the south passageway. And although it does say why, I'm not going to read that one out either because that's really bad. It should have been not been in the box text. But yeah, yeah. That's
Okay.
where you find ourselves.
Come down this way.
Steps over Jabbersnatch, and then Bitey starts rolling me.
So, Red, as you go around the corner, past the recently dismantled brick wall, it's actually hard to fit through, but you get through because you're larger than the others. You notice down this corridor there's another recently dismantled brick wall just on the other side of the corridor.
I'm gonna open this door.
Open the door to the bottom. And I just realised the entire centre section is not dynamic lighting. Yeah. So open the door, and let's see where we are. So you open the door, and instead of having more cleanly worked stone from the other side, this seems to be rough worked. It seems to be more older and more not nowhere near as recent as as the above. Actually, come to think of it, as soon as you passed where the brickwork had been dismantled, it looks like this is a bit older and whatnot.
Okay. I'm going to start going down the hallway.
Mm-hmm. How far are you wanting to go?
I'm waiting for recruits to fall in line.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just.
Oh, this goes black here.
Well, this is what I'm saying. How far do you want to go?
Well, can I see any further?
The corridor continues.
In darkness?
Oh,
I see. It keeps going forever.
It keeps going for a while, for some time.
Okay.
So
All
do you
right.
go 100 feet?
Okay.
Do you go 200
I get the
feet?
hint.
Do you go
Took me a while, but I got it eventually.
1,700 feet?
I go up here and I open this door.
Yes.
Yeah, this net just gonna clang on the wall and see how far they can hear with the echoes.
Oh, that's yeah. I'll allow that.
Cool. I'm gonna use my die to get a bonus on this perception to see how
Ooh.
far it goes.
Ooh.
So there's flat roll and then
That roll plus a d6 on top.
what die do I have?
Oh, you got a d6. Do you really want to waste a d6 on 11?
Absolutely.
Was that an absolutely okay?
Yeah.
There's still another one in play for someone that wants to create glass eyes.
Let's see if
Okay, 16. With your amazing audio perception,
bat-like hearing.
bat-like hearing, you hear that the tunnel goes quite a distance, almost even half a mile, but it also diverges at some points through there.
Ears flicking back and forth. And then everyone else leaves me behind because I'm now in this dark corridor by myself.
Yep. And
I keep going forward.
okay, cool. We'll deal with that later.
Buddy.
At least you don't have to be afraid of the dark, because that's a normal thing for you.
Where's Jabba?
Yep. Okay, cool. So, Red opens the door to what looks to be an old office. The office looks like it hasn't been... Well, office looks like it both hasn't been used for many, many years. There's cobwebs all over the place, but it also looks like to be very recently used as well. There's a goblet on the table with what smells to be alcohol, and fresh alcohol at that. And there's also a book that is opened with lots of scrawlings and bits and pieces. And you're muted, Chris.
Are there writings I can make out?
What language? Oh, yes, you can.
What does it say?
Not just writings, but there's also it's a very thick book, and there's lots of bits and pieces in there. There's lots of drawings. There's lots of sketch art. There's even, well, okay. There is a handout, but we'll go through a few things first. So there seems to be a journal of some sort. This leather-bound book contains dozens of parchment, or several dozen parchment pages, a lot of which seem to be maps of the of Sandpoint, and if they're not maps of the local area, there seems to be possibly even erotic drawings of a person, of a female, humanoid, not really human, but more even angelic, if anything. Can I get a perception, please?
Sure.
As you're flicking through.
Oh, nice.
Okay. You notice, even though there seems to be an angelic figure, an angelic female, one of her hand in every single depiction looks to be more of a demonic style claw, compared to the angelic of the rest of the body. You didn't need a perception to go through the maps of Sandpoint, where these are obviously attack plans. One of them clearly indicates the attack of Sandpoint and even marks down how many goblins were in the attack, where each goblin force were to go, and also the fact that one of the goblin forces was to jump over the so one of the goblin forces had help to scale the graveyard walls and to raid the tomb in the graveyard, and so
this is plans for the attack that already occurred.
yes. Of note, they also doesn't really mention, but it indicates that the front gate of the town will be left undefended as well. And so there's clearly an inside job of something or somewhere. There was help from the. On top of that, further notes indicate a much larger attack on the town.
That hasn't occurred yet.
That has not occurred, and it's not just one. Instead of having one attack strategy written down, there's like 4 or 5 different strategies that haven't been. They don't look like they're confirmed, but there's different ideas on how to do it. And instead of having maybe 30 goblins attack previously, it indicates more maybe 200, 300 goblins attacking.
Is there any indication as to a date?
There's no indication of a date.
Okay. Well, I take this, of course.
Yeah. Of also note is that the same erotic drawings of this angelic figure on the very last page, there's another drawing of the same angelic figure portraying not just the single demonic hand, but bat-like wings, horns, and forked tails and fangs from the same. It's clearly the same person, the same female figure.
All right.
And there is a handout. Now, just as a heads up, if you're squeamish about naughty bits, female naughty bits, then just pause the stream and come back in a few minutes' time. Just as a heads up, because
or just be like Jabba Snatch and gouge out your eyes.
no gouging out
For
eyes.
Baba Gugan.
But
I would
we
do
have
it.
mature content. This is a handout that's in part of the game, so yeah, just as a heads up. I was shocked. Like I'm an adult. I've seen such things, but I was shocked to see this in a role-playing book. But yeah, there we go.
I've been at a birth.
All right. So I'll read this aloud.
And there's
The raid went about as planned. In fact, I'll read it out in Goblin
Yep.
to the recruits because they won't read it. The raid went about as planned. Few Thistletop goblins perished, and we were able to secure Tobin's casket with ease, while the rubes were distracted by the rest. I can't wait until the real raid. This town deserves a burning, that's for sure. Well, we can't argue with that. Tobin's casket, that's something we don't know about. Rip Nugget seems to favor the overwhelming land approach, but I don't think it's the best plan. We should get the Quasit aid. Quasit. Send her freaks up from below via the smuggling tunnel in my father's glassworks. And then invade from the river and from the glassworks in smaller but more focused strikes. The rest except Bruthazamus agree. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm pretty sure the bugbear is just being contrary to Noemi. Oh, we got a bugbear too. My love's too distracted with the lower chambers to make a decision. I'm guessing my love is this demon angelic thing. Says that once Malfenchekor's released and under her command, we won't need to worry about being subtle. I hope she's right. My love seems bent on going through with it. Nothing I can say convinces her of her beauty. She remains obsessed with removing what she calls her celestial taint and replacing it with her mother's grace. Burning her father's remains at Thistletop's shrine seems to have started the transformation, but I can't say her new hand is pleasing to me. Hopefully, when she offers Sandpoint to Lamashtu's fires, her new body won't be as hideous. Maybe I'll luck out. Succubi are demons too, aren't they? Now, recruits, this is why you do not record your inner thoughts, because the enemy can become Why am I telling you this? You wouldn't write anything down.
This is why goblins don't write. You've just...
Yeah. What are you talking about? We don't
Yes.
Jabbersnatch shouts from down the tunnel.
Jeb? Where's Jeb?
I don't know. Who cares? It doesn't... Hey, recruit Bitey! Corporal Bitey! Where is Jabbersnatch?
Bitey will march.
And Bitey is not in possession of Jabbersnatch?
Jabbersnatch just kept on going.
He's rolling the chaos burrito.
He got it? Okay. Good job, Corporal.
Talking about demons, Babagugan is a demon. Clearly, whoever this... What's her face? Thistletop? No. Torben? The lady who's turning into a demon must be sent by Babagugan. You must speak to her. Find her.
You know nothing of demons. There are many demons. Many
That's
demons.
like it's a rival
and they
team.
all hate each other. Your Babagugan
they're
does
all
not
under the
love
rule of
other
Babagugan.
demons.
Babagugan controls them all. What are you talking
Look at these. Look at these pictures. Do you see a baboon's face? No. No, these are pictures. It is, the face looks humanoid. Babagugan would hate a humanoid face.
Yes, that's why he transforms them. That's what I'm saying. She's being transformed.
Jeb is blind.
This doesn't seem like Babagugan to me. There's no baboons. This is just a regular old demon. Enemy of Babagugan.
Transforming. I am the cleric here. I am the chosen one.
I'm the professional.
You're a cleric?
Of course I am. Why do you think I wear these robes?
Because you're
like
blind?
my curtain around me.
I thought they were just some crazy goblin.
Jabba can heal.
I still haven't seen Jabba do any clerical magic. I find this hard to believe.
Okay, so a few things of note. The Hobgoblin is one of the meanest commanders in the area. That's the one which mentioned. Like one of the bigger tribes in the area. The Rip Nugget is one of the chiefs of one of the clans. Thistletop is one of the clan locations, not the same as Whip Nugget. And the Father Tobin, Tobin's tomb, that was the tomb where the body was missing and there were skeletons placed there, which you had massive issues trying to take down. Just simple skeletons.
Why would they want his body?
For eating?
Maybe. Let's see if the answer is behind this door.
Okay.
More doors.
I was wondering if you're going to go to this door. The door is locked.
Jabba?
Boom boom! Bring your gun! Use your special lockpicking device.
I like how both Boom Boom and Screech are just nowhere to be found. Good.
Boom Boom walks up and pulls out his pistol, puts it right into the lock, and again.
Great.
This is an effective lockpick.
With the lock has now a hole in it, and the door just swings open.
Good work.
I recognize you.
And inside, Amikio lies on the ground, scratched badly, beaten, and unconscious.
Don't worry, I'm a healer.
So Gemma Snatch, do you actually possess healing magic?
She gets 1 hit point for 1 minute.
1 minute?
What is this?
What? What?
That is amazing. I
With a
kind
touch,
of
I infuse a creature with a tiny surge of life.
She doesn't regain consciousness with only 1 hit point.
You want me to try?
You have no healing ability. No cleric, are you?
I have
Sure.
other abilities.
Druids heal.
What abilities?
Sight? No.
Climbing is racial.
Baba Gugan is not a healer. He is a destroyer of the world. And this world must be destroyed.
As you see,
Does our bard
the
have any
wounds
healing
going
ability?
back to where they were because of the 1 minute healing.
Does our bard have any healing?
I would have to look, but I think a Cure Light was already cast.
Well, that would be perfect.
So
Throw some garbage on her. That's his component.
Oh, cool.
And,
Yeah, that's perfect.
and heal her.
There, now we see the power of a true cleric.
The raccoon gone.
she looks like
Bless you.
if you cast like 3 healing temporarily, you should have brought her back because she was at -2. But no, you only had 1, so she was still at -1 for that minute. So almost.
Now we know that the raccoon god is the true god and Baba Gugan is fake.
Ooh, those are fighting words. Ameko stirs faint, like she looks still quite injured and out of it, and not really understanding what's going on. Where am I? Where's my brother? Oh, those damn goblins! He sicked them onto me. He had them beat me up and stick me down here. What's happening?
You are in the cellar of the glassworks.
I was here to meet with him, and he's behind the attacks. He wanted to get me out of here before he said the real attack is coming.
Yes, we have received his plans.
I couldn't go ahead. I couldn't. He wanted me to join the forces if I didn't, and I just couldn't go into it. I slapped him, and he. Oh, they must have knocked me unconscious.
We have important work to do. We must kill your brother.
Yes, and consume him. For your honor.
If necessary. The attack on the city is coming. We have the battle plans. You must take them to the town guard.
You have battle plans?
I hand her the book.
He's a dummy.
She said, "My eyes are still blurry. I wouldn't know." Oh. She she flicks through
Stop
quickly,
being
but
a weak human.
she recognizes the woman. Says, "Nalia, she's alive. She was supposed. Everyone thought she died years ago in the fire. This is her." All the erotic pictures of the same woman, and she says that
Your brother wishes to mate with her.
Ward. Mate with her? Oh God, no! What is he doing? What is he getting himself into?
He is choosing his own breeding program, which is of course illegal.
Yes.
We will take you with the book to outside. You must then go to the guard station. Then we will hunt down your brother and slay him.
I must tell our father of this as well. I must. He needs to be informed.
You must go to the guard tower before you go to your traitor father, if he is a traitor, which he might be.
I don't agree with our father, but I think Suko.
You being down in this cellar means that you are not a good judge of character.
Yes, it was Suko that put me here, not our father.
Yes, and you trusted Suko. So let's stop talking about who you trust and go to the town guard.
Yes, we will eat him for your honor. And your dad if you want.
And
we won't kill your dad if we find him, but we will bring him to the town guard to answer some questions.
well, I thank you. Can you lead me out of here, and I'll go to the guard.
Yes, we have a route out.
Have you
Follow us.
Have you cleared the entire place? Have you found my brother?
We have not, but we do have a method out of the glassworks. We will then continue our search.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
There is much to be broken here.
This glassworks is immense
upstairs.
and a maze. And so many doors.
Why do humans love doors?
You hear breaking coming from from upstairs.
Somebody started a party without us?
They are breaking things. We must go. Okay, so we're going to take her to the nearest window that we found.
Yeah.
Actually, there was the loading dock.
There was a loading dock where you were
And there were double doors that I assume go to outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll lead her to there.
Jabberstash does not move. They're sulking in the corner, doing abyssal curses, scratching like sigils.
I understand.
Ground.
It must be difficult to learn that your god is a lie.
You'll see. You'll all see.
I'll prove.
No. I'll undo the map. So this is how close, how close they were to Amiko, right next door, when Jabba started wandering off. But yeah, she'll go out to the exit, the out of the loading dock. Are you coming back here, or are you going to remain upstairs? Which side? Train?
I imagine we're going to try to follow the sound if we can.
That's totally upstairs.
There's a sound of breaking.
Totally upstairs.
Okay. So, yeah, whatever direction the sound is coming from, that's the direction we're going to go.
Come on, Jabba. We're going to find the party. Somebody's breaking stuff.
I'll find the party and I'll sacrifice them.
I'm just trying to line this up and get this ready.
Perhaps if you sacrifice them to the raccoon god, you would gain spells.
Eat the raccoon god.
Hey,
He's not even a god, it's just an animal.
You leave him out of us.
He seems to have true power.
He provides all the garbage. You will see.
I do like garbage. Tell me more of this raccoon god.
He pulls out a pamphlet from nowhere.
Pamphlets. Oh god. So I'm just dragging. I've zoomed in too far and I'm having to drag everyone. Drag the 3 missing. There we go. There we go. They're close by enough. Without even doing a perception check, you're saying you're looking for.
Well, we can hear smashing.
Yeah, you can hear smashing, and
We want to move towards it.
totally from behind the door here.
I think you need to. Okay.
Yeah. So it's totally from behind that door.
I open the door.
You open the door.
And it's initiative.
And it's initiative. So the scene in front of you is. I'll do the full description of the room actually, just instead of just the scene. As you're doing the initiatives, as you're doing your rollings. Where am I? Rolling up a lot further.
Oh, man, I cannot initiative.
So the glassworking room. So a furnace burns along the southeast wall along this room. Marble tables sit in the chamber, used to work raw glass into usable shapes. Nearby wooden tables, cluttered with various tools of the trade. The burning furnaces rumble loudly, penalizing perception checks. The main furnace burns at the. Well, you can see that there's the main furnace is here, down here. But there's also several goblins in the room, and the goblins, there's bodies on the ground of a good number of workers, good number of humans, maybe 15 or so workers, and they are playing with the bodies. They are throwing glass objects at the bodies. They are burning the bodies with red hot tongs. They've got other things. They've got scooped out pieces of glass from the furnace, and they're pouring them onto the bodies and whatnot. Further up in the room, in the distance, you can see a chair with what looks to be an elderly gentleman who you can just recognise in the distance as the father, as Amiko's father, and he doesn't seem to be moving with all this chaos around him. And the goblins are oblivious to your current actions, i.e., you will get an entire round for your surprise round for act.
Nice.
All right, so if I'm first, I'm drinking an enlarged potion. Actually, I'll do the mutagen first. I'll drink a mutagen. So, look.
So I'm just
I grow
going
a
to
bit.
get initiatives of other people. Where's initiative in this? There.
Nice. Yeah, Screech is fast. She is quick.
Fast draw loot.
It just means, yeah, the bardic song will come up early. And I'm not going to roll initiative until you've done your actions for the other people in the room. So, Trent, Reddy's just taking the mutagen. Okay. What is everyone else doing?
Jabsatch casts guidance
Ooh,
on its own.
doesn't do much though.
Hopefully, they'll walk in the correct direction this time. They get a +1.
So we've got to change your directional thing to being like 360 to like 90 degrees. So like at least you can see in that like you can hear, I should say, at least in that direction. So it's a bit more refined.
I mean, things do echo off things, so me using my hearing, I could hear it in one thing and go that way.
It's true. It's true.
But I was thinking of doing perception to narrow down my field of direction.
Or if the players are going, if they're saying this way, if the other character's going this way, for that extra help to narrow it down. I think like we just need to try to find it, because having a blind character is often you're running the wrong direction out of battle.
I know. I mean, I'll be the last survivor, and that'll
Yeah.
teach them.
Oh yeah, you
I'll
will.
teach them.
You will absolutely be the last
That's
survivor. You'll absolutely be the last survivor.
Survive combat because I'm nowhere near it.
Good play.
So Screech will start at the Bardic song. That's that's going to be given. Red, you take your mutagen to be big and strong.
Yeah. Mutagen, just for strength mutagen.
Strength mutagen. Jabba, you're giving yourself guidance. Boom Boom will delay and take a shot. Jank, what are you going to do?
Jank will cast guidance on Bitey and send him forward, charging him.
Okay. So when he charges forward, that's when Jank will do his shot. So you're going to wait till next round to do that, or doing it instantly?
If that's okay.
Okay.
Is he allowed to take an attack or?
Yep.
Okay. Raw. So add 1.
Add 1 to hit and 1 to damage, so 21 to attack. That's totally going to be a hit for
Cool.
all of 2 points of damage. It's
Does he get his claws?
only the 1 because you got like the 1
Oh.
action surprise, but yeah.
Okay.
You just
Sorry,
jump in
ignore all
and-
that.
Yeah. It may be different in this system, but I'm just used to giving like one action.
Oh, using the reaction. Sure.
Yeah, that type of thing. We could be wrong. We don't have our brains trust here. Hopefully you're safe. Hopefully the storms are not too bad in your area. But yeah. So we're going to have 1 shot from the pistol. Got +7 to these shootings.
Wow.
A 15 ranged touch attack.
16. Because of his song.
16, yes. I've got to check the ranged touch because that's different to the normal ranged attacks.
Won't make a lot of difference for goblins because they're mostly dexterity.
Yeah. Well, ranged touch 13 though. So it does hit for 3 points of damage.
Nice.
Right, again. Look right this time. There we go. And the combat has started. Let's get the goblins in. Let's get everything started properly. Get their initiative in. And we have a 12 initiative. And we've also got someone else in the room, which you can probably just see. Come on. And a 10. Damn. That was a roll of 3 though, so I'm really annoyed. So Screech goes first, she continues the song. Very simple, done. Red, muted and up.
Yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I move into flank.
Every time you move around that goblin, every time you move from
It
there, there's
gets-
an attack of opportunity.
Right. I'll just attack
There's
it from there.
Yeah,
I'll just attack it from there.
yeah. I know, it's 5th edition, you can just move around. It's like,
Yeah.
but 3rd edition and Pathfinder doesn't allow it. A 16
6 damage.
is a hit for 6 damage, and you have killed
Nice.
your first goblin of the session.
Yeah. Red's gone crazy.
Ah!
Pretty much.
He's on the juice.
Pretty much. Let's see where we can get here. 15, 20.
I like this boar spear.
Actually, no. He's going to stay where he was. And he's going to... So that one's going to throw glass. This one's going to move down to here. And throw glass. This one's going to move down to here. Going to move to here. There's a lot in this room, by the way, just as a case. These ones are going to have to... What's the movement? Is it 20 or 25 for goblins?
30.
I think they have 30.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, they're fast movement for a small size creature. It's one of their racial abilities, if I remember right.
Yes. Well,
I'm just quickly just...
PC Goblins have 30.
I'll move that one to the edge of the table up there. Stay on the table. There we go. Okay, so many of the goblins have just got glass on their, like, have got bottles and panes of glass and things like that, and that's what they're all throwing at the bodies, and they're doing bits and pieces. Some have tongs, which are red hot pokers from, not pokers, but red hot forks and things like that, and tongs that have been from the fire and from the furnace, and they're going to be throwing the glass. So we're going to throw 1, 2, 3, 4 throwing glass. So we're going to have one throwing glass to there, one's going to throw glass to here, and the other's going to throw onto Bitey and Red. As in, they're actually throwing and hitting the ground. Think of it as caltrops. Yep. So sneaky improvised weapons. I love it. We have cold glass. 1, 2. And both hit where they need to be. So those areas have essentially caltropped areas.
And that's difficult terrain. Is that the idea?
That's if you go through it fast, you're going to cut yourself and hurt yourself.
Okay.
There we go. Back to there. And the other ones, they're actually throwing at Bitey and Red.
Okay. Poor Bitey.
So Bitey first, then Red second. We'll do both rolls at the same time. Bitey 17.
That'll hit.
I hope that's a hit. And
Yeah.
Red, you totally get missed with first 7. So 2 points of damage for Mr. Bitey.
Yes.
Oops, I should make. He's still back there. He hasn't moved yet.
Bitey will growl.
Nick, Jabbersnatch.
Rolling a D3 to see which square they start moving.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
A 2. They run directly into the barrels.
Jabba, what are you doing?
With their
Whips
whips
flying at the barrels. Die!
I applaud your destruction, but you need to kill those bad goblins.
I'm just thinking of having Screech come up with the wheelbarrow underneath Jabbersnatch and just push Jabbersnatch in.
Just put me in the barrel and roll me.
No, there's a wheelbarrow
Oh.
just to guide you into combat. So are you doing anything except for just whipping the barrels?
Yeah, I'm gonna summon my monkeys. They can see. So we'll roll another D3.
Nice.
So
And
where
it's
the
basically I
monkeys...
just open my coat and one monkey comes out and starts going after the first other goblin he can see.
You include us.
Can I get a dex save, please? I think it is. We're going through the glass.
For the monkey?
For the monkey.
I don't have the stat sheet.
Oh, that's right. I'll do that.
The monkey doesn't appear till next round anyway.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Does it appear on you, or can it be appear on distance?
Anywhere within range of the spell.
And the range of
Which
the spell
is-
is 25 feet. So I'm going to pick a random direction within 25 feet.
Oh god. Would have been better if it was you.
That's 25. Cool, I can also appear outside. Nice.
Because the door's still open.
Yep.
Might be a random monkey running around the streets.
Okay.
For one round.
Alright, the monkey appears 25 feet in that direction.
I think it has to be
Yeah,
someone
why-
you can see, but
It'll
so
probably
it
be
appears
on you.
I think it will have to be somewhere you can see, so it appears on you. Okay. So the half elf, which I moved earlier, which shouldn't have, but he moves down to here, and kind of huddles behind the. If my stuff works, huddles behind the big stone bench, and takes a shot at Red's, Mr. Mutagen. There we go, Suko. With his short bow.
That is a hit.
A 19 is a hit, with only 2 points of damage though.
All right.
Boom Boom doesn't move, but takes a shot. It's one or the other for him. A lot of dice going on there. A 10 is a miss though. Jank.
Okay, Jink might try something different. He's gonna move up there, and
And there's a lot of glass in the doorway. Just shattered
Yeah.
and broken and sharp underfoot.
so he's looking at it going, no, I don't want that. But
Stuff me in the barrel and roll me over the glass.
that might be the next plan, but he might throw some flame at this human. It's got 120 foot range.
Yep.
I have to make an attack.
So just base roll. Yeah.
Touchy. Oh.
Oh gosh.
Get anything.
Ooh, a roll of 6. I don't think's gonna happen. And didn't we mention something like? Weren't you the one mentioning that about the whole mages being targeted?
Yeah.
Yeah, off screen we mentioned. Kiwa was talking about mages always being targeted. Yeah.
He just really wants to eat this human.
He's not.
He's
a
trying to
human,
cook him first.
He's a half elf.
Oh, even more delicious.
Yeah. One thing of note: the old man sitting down in the corner, like sitting down in the back of the room, hasn't moved at all.
Likely dead. He's already dead.
Don't worry, I'll
Screech
bring him back to life.
continues her music. Easiest PC to play as a GM. Red.
Can I do a 5-foot step through the glass?
The glass is just these two. You'd pretty much have to go around or over
Oh,
the table.
well, I'm gonna step on this dead goblin.
Yep.
Okay, and then I reach down to my belt and throw a bomb at this goblin right there.
Yep. And it pretty much takes all three.
Ideally. 14 touch, 8 fire.
14 touch hits, 8 fire for the central
9
one.
fire with the song.
Who said you needed a tank in this game?
And these two here are each going to take 4 fire damage. Burn!
Something smells good.
As they go, as they repeat the same thing of burn, 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 and they charge at you. One. This one jumps up. And this one jumps into. And we've still got more on the back. Let's bring them in too. I'm sure they're going to get killed for the next bomb, but hey, why not? "40 feet, 30. There. Actually, this one on the back stops at the furnace to pick up something. So it's 3 attacks on red. But it's not flanking because you need to be diametrically opposite. Where are we? Goblins. First one attacks with a glass tongs. And the second two...
That is a hit. And
Yep.
I am in bad shape.
Second
no.
one attacks with actual dog slicer.
That is fortunately a miss.
And the last one attacks with tongs as well. Hot glass tongs.
Wow.
That hits, just barely.
And a -1. Problem with using improvised weapons is you're not proficient with improvised weapons, but it's fire, it's fun. And the other two that are close enough actually throw more glass. This both are Mr. Bitey. Well, why not?
Poor old Mr. Bitey.
So 2 attacks. That's a 7, it's a miss, and a 0 and a minus and a 1. Yeah, no. 2 red numbers is not a good sign from a GM. Jabbersnatch.
Jabbersnatch, summoning their little furball monkey, is going to throw it in a direction. I don't know which direction though.
Just don't throw it at the wall.
There. I was choosing the one spaces that I can throw in. That's not like the wall that's right in front of me. So D4 is what
Yep.
I'm rolling.
Okay. I was just expecting throwing it at the wall. It's like, I summon
And
you.
throw it directly behind them at the door. Into whatever that weird thing is.
Whap.
That's a
Push
sack.
whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
when
then I shall move in a direction.
Where are they going?
Well, but I go in the room, throwing my monkey in the wrong direction.
Can I get 2 decks, please?
Yep.
Reflex saves, I should say. As you run through the glass.
Absolutely.
I'll just do it as 1. And yes, somehow you manage to, because it's just one, it's a larger area. So
I imagine it's the curtain that I'm covered in has somehow softened the blows.
I will totally accept that as the narrative, yes. Your feet are now
And-
padded. But that
and,
doesn't help with sneak
does-
attacks.
Since I cast this summon minor monster last round, does that just go off?
It goes off,
Yeah.
you've got your actions this round.
Okay, cool. Because now I'm going to use Channel Unholy Energy because I am enraged that no one believes Baba Gugan is a real thing.
And how big an area effect is that?
That is a 30-foot
Yep.
radius centered on me.
Yep. Bye bye, Red.
Nice.
And the damage dealt is equal to 1d6 points of damage plus 1d6 points of damage per every 2 cleric levels beyond the first level.
So just 1d6.
Yep.
You can take out a couple here, but you can also take out Red.
It was a blaspheme anyway.
Yeah, that's what you can
He said the raccoon god was key. Yep.
Everyone, creatures take damage. They need to make a will save to have the damage.
Okay.
And the DC is 10 plus half my level. So 11. Plus my charisma modifier, which is -4.
So wisdom
Oh, you're
save
gonna do
DC
no
14
damage.
was that? Or will save wisdom 14. So okay, all of them fail.
I see on the stream I still have 1d6 die left. Can I add that to damage?
I think no, you used that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me. You used that.
So everyone who didn't save gets 2 damage, and everyone who did save gets 1 point of damage.
Didn't you say there was a -4?
Yeah, the DC is -4.
Oh, okay.
So the DC is
Oh.
11 -4, so
I need
it's
to
like
make a
really
saving throw.
easy.
Oh,
Oh, I failed.
So-
Oh wow.
like DC -4, one of them actually passed. Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah, my DC is 7.
And it's 2 damage. 1 damage for the one that passed. I've got one more will
A
save
whole
to do.
whopping 2 points of damage.
Did it?
One more will save, just to make sure, because there's one left I missed. And I think 11, so 7's a pass.
I don't know. 7's the DC. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, so if it meets, it beats. The 2 that you could have killed are the actual 2 that passed and didn't die. As in, yeah.
Hey, what's his face is also within my radius.
Is he? Okay. Oh, I thought it was
Yep.
just out. Damn.
Nope. That's 30 feet.
Oh,
So did Bitey roll? Because Bitey's also in there.
Oh yeah.
yes,
Sorry.
please, Bitey.
That's a good point.
And Suko as well. Where are we? So Bitey's a pass. Bitey takes
But he takes the damage.
1 damage. And Suko passes. With a roll of a 5, he passes. Takes 1 point of
I
damage.
like how all the rolls are so low, but they're
I know.
still.
They're
met.
still horrible. horrible rolling. And even all the goblins, they get minuses and they're rolling bad. So you've got that. You've also got movement for your monkey.
The monkey, after being disoriented from being thrown into a door, has a command to attack the nearest goblin it sees.
Oh gosh.
That doesn't go well. Okay. The nearest goblin is Boom Boom. Because that's the nearest goblin.
Jake face palms.
And he hits!
Wow, he is an absolute beast in combat.
Hey, took it, what? 9% of his health away in one shot. That's a lot of your levels. Okay, what the hell are we doing here? This guy comes in and attacks you. Now, I do have to ask, because you're blind, does that mean that you don't have your dex? Does that mean you don't have your dex for your...
Yeah, you're flat-footed all the time. Yeah.
And what does that mean about sneak attacks?
Yeah, they work.
They work. Yep. So he gets sneak attacks. He's going to do... an unarmed strike sneak attack. Yeah, an unarmed strike sneak attack. I think that's going to roll the second one. No, it's... There we go. So it's a 23 hit. 5 points of damage, bludgeoning, plus another 6 points of damage for the sneak attack.
Cool, it kills me.
Oh no.
It means you're minus
negative hit points. How many hit points do you normally have?
8.
8.
You
So
minus
you go to
3.
-3. What's your constitution?
Not good.
What is it?
11. I have 0
You,
modifier.
you, can,
Okay.
you can go to -11 before you die.
It's good.
So I can do it as just minus 11 and that'll work itself out. Minus 3 out of 8.
Hi.
I thought it was... yeah. Boom boom. Shoot. The one on the table. Between red and... yeah. Doesn't really have a shot on the others. It's either shoot that or shoot the monkey. Which one, guys?
Shoot the monkey.
Shoot the monkey? Okay. I
That
think
monkey, gosh.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yep. Even though it disappears next round, shoot the monkey.
It's a principle.
And bounty hunters always have principles. Misses from point blank range.
Wow.
And Jank.
Okay. Jank has no healing. This is a problem. I've
Yeah.
used my 2 spells. But Bitey will move closer.
Can you get to this guy? That's the guy we gotta get.
There's a lot of
alright.
attack of opportunities if you do.
Yeah. Alright, he'll take one from that guy. Move over here. Try and scratch his face.
You take one from him, and to get to there, you take one from him as well.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
He'll listen to Red's instructions.
Kill the commander.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
yeah.
This die is for the goblin. What is a raccoon and is raccoon goblin?
Because we don't have a... I'll do the attack of opportunities, but because we haven't had the glass eye yet, I'll add the glass eye to that one, so you're going to get a straight D6 instead of D4. Because
Okay.
no one took the glass eye challenge yet.
If he survives, it'll be attacks of
Yeah.
opportunity.
So one's a hot tongs, and the other's a dog slicer. So hot
That's a
tongs misses.
That's a hit.
Oh.
The second one is not a confirmed critical.
Oh, it's not a
though.
crit.
So it's
So it's
only
just 2.
Okay. Ooh.
We've got to remember confirming criticals. It's not just that green
I'm
dice.
into the teens. Oops.
Oh yeah, no, two.
I was about to say that red bar went down a lot.
Yeah.
Mr. Buddy had less hit points than I thought.
Yeah. It was a strong 2 hit attack.
Let's get your D6 key.
All right.
There you go.
Go ham.
And the raccoon can also use that too.
Gotta make that bite count.
Well, that'll hit.
That'll hit
Two.
for 2 points of damage.
And I'll scratch for 3.
21
Yeah.
again for 3 points of damage.
And oh, I'll use that D6, I think.
D6 to hit. I will say this.
Yes.
You're only going to hit if you're maximum.
Oh, save it.
Okay, I'll save it.
Just as a heads up. You're good.
And then Jen
Oh,
can't
sorry.
really do-
Sorry, I'll correct that. If you get a 5 or a 6. They got a 30%, 33% chance.
What do you think? How lucky do you feel?
Not that lucky.
Then save it.
Lucky punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll and Jank will cast guidance on Boom Boom.
Okay.
And then he'll say to Screech, if you've got any healing, it could be useful.
Screech. I have to see what Screech has because I. What spells have we gotten? Oops, clear that one off there. Close.
It's like all the bards I've played with, no healing.
Yes, we got a single kill light wounds. Okay, but
Nice.
getting there is the issue.
It's a touch.
Yeah.
Through caltrops.
Yep. Okay, can
But-
get there at least.
5 feet around, then should be all right, right?
No, well, she's
Gonna
still
have
going
to
to
get
take the
there this
caltrops.
Okay.
Because otherwise she won't get there. She'll be a little bit short. Just a little bit short. Why am I got the monkey? Monkey's not there. Monkey's going to be dead soon. Hopefully. Reflex. Where's my... That's high enough. We get through and... Let's do a spell.
Three points.
3 points of
That'll,
healing.
that'll take Jump Snatch to 0, which means Jump Snatch is stabilized, but not conscious.
That's good.
Not going to
Good.
die.
Yeah.
And from chat, how many D&D sessions have a DM saying, since we don't have a glass eye yet, I'll add that die.
If I had a dime.
But this isn't D&D. This is Pathfinder. So the bardic song is stopped though.
Oh, that
That's
sucks.
No more bardic song.
Well, but that's a swift action for her to maintain.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
It's an action for her to use, but swift action to maintain.
Okay, cool. Doable then. Still there. And Red, you're up. You still got 3 goblins
I am
around you.
almost dead and surrounded by goblins. So, I will 5-foot step there, and then I throw a bomb right there. Die, all you goblins! Die!
They're on 2 of them on 1 hit point.
Okay, so I forgot last time I have point blank shot as well. So this one takes 6, and these 2 each take, let's see, 1, 2, 3,
They're
4,
dead.
5.
They're,
5 for
they're-
each of them,
They're all dead.
and 6 there. Die!
Thanks for cooking dinner, Red.
That's how many? That's what 1, Well, all of them are dead from you. So 5
Yeah.
already.
Best tank.
Yeah. No, Bitey's the tank. Bitey's
Yeah,
definitely
look
the
how
tank.
many hit points I have. I'm no tank.
Yeah. So it's their go.
I'm a striker.
Well, I'm going to move the dead goblin out the way just to make it more usable. And this goblin is running up with what looks like a iron bucket. And you see a glow coming from this bucket.
Oh, wow.
Liquid glass, eh?
Yep. But he's not going to be able to get there in time because he's weighed down. It's a heavy thing and using all his movement to run up to get there. So I'm just going to put a orange tag on him. Say he's got the bucket. And we've got 1-2 attacks on Mr. Bitey. Yep. And I think that's the only actions because all the others have been killed. So 2 attacks on Mr. Bitey. One's got a dog slacker, one's got a hog tongs.
Yep.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Both missed. Both are horribly missing.
Nice.
And Jabber Snatch. Are you dying or you? I don't think you've got
No,
any.
neither of those things.
I am.
At 0 hit points,
unconscious.
you're stable.
You're stable, but you're not unconscious. You're not taking anything.
I
So
prayed about a rebound.
he moves to here, on top of your body. Can I get? He also does a athletics check to try to not take the attack of opportunity. Wrong button. Where am I? There's so many different things here. Acrobatics check, sorry, not athletics. 21. I think he's over the 15 that he needs. And now he's going to sneak attack Mr. Bitey. Wow.
Not my boy.
What's your boy? Unarmed strike.
Ooh,
That'll hit.
That hit?
16 hits, yes.
Okay, let's do the second dice.
Just. Wait, do I get any AC from the song?
No, you get attack and
No.
damage.
No.
Okay.
11 damage.
11 damage. Mr. Bitey.
That'll
That would
leave
kill
a mark.
me.
On 6. And Boom Boom now actually has a shot. Because otherwise he wasn't going to have a shot, so... I know Boom Boom's usually a lot more active riding, but... Look, yeah. 3
3.
points of damage.
Nice.
Only just a hit though.
Who's he shooting?
Suto.
Good. Keep shooting him.
Yep. Screech. What do? Well, actually, we'll leave this here because that was my alarm going off to say my time's running out. So we'll leave mid-battle. It's not really clean up yet, with Jabbersnatch unconscious or essentially knocked out but stable on the floor. We've got still maybe half the goblins left. One of them carrying a big glass, essentially a what's it called? A crucible. A crucible with glass in it, melted glass in it. Mr. Bitey is low on health and being flanked. Red is low on
And I
health.
can't help but notice that if I was to throw a bomb on Mr. Bitey's head, I would hit all the enemies.
He
Including
was thinking about
Jabbersnatch.
doing a 5-foot step.
Including Jabbersnatch.
Oh yeah.
And then it starts the process of bleeding out again.
But I would hit all the enemies. No, that's red is lawful.
What's the other part?
Yeah. Evil.
No, I'm neutral.
Neutral,
Lawful neutral.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that you're the only non-evil person in the group. Although I don't know about
That is-
Screech.
Jenks chaotic neutral.
Okay. So there's a few
I just
neutrals.
eat people. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. So we'll end it here. This is maybe another weird episode. Thankfully, we didn't have more power outages and more storms hitting. Hopefully next week Ursa is good and we're able to return and join us. And hopefully Ari's all good and nothing damaging with the storms that he's been going through. But yeah, this is another weird episode. And
Pray to
if-
barbecue gone for Jabbersnatch.
I just want to make one note is that on the turn order, I think, because we won't remember next week, I think you skipped over Jank
Oh,
did I?
because Boom Boom had just gone.
Oh yes, go
Bitey
like
will
Jen.
need his room.
Do what you need to do.
Yeah,
Then.
so Jank should be the next one.
Yep, I'll remember.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you set it on Jank, then we
Yep.
should be good, right?
I saw it and I thought I was at Screech at the start of the issue. And went, okay, let's go. I
Yeah.
must have double clicked. Yeah. Okay. So Jank's first. Jank might actually have to enter combat.
No.
I think we might be okay actually, as long as Bitey 5 foot steps away.
Yeah.
I might be able to take out those 3 goblins, and then we're just end the Bane guy. Because I got more bomb. I have 2 more bombs.
Yep. So we'll continue next week with the encounter, and maybe if you do survive, you may go back down and follow that long path and explore where things go. But it is a long path, and she was right next to you, like 2 rooms away. And like, hey, let's go this way. It's like, how long do you want to go? Because you're just walking away from your prize. Right next door. So thanks everyone for coming. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the donations. You can check us out on YouTube with Goblin Cave RPG. We use Syrinscape for our amazing audio. It's great. It is really, really cool. Even the glass smashing and everything is just a click of a button in this section of the adventure, specifically called the Glassworks. So it's really, really cool. Of course, the role playing's been great, and like, yeah, you guys are really, really creative. I'm loving the whole Goblin attitude. It's been like all different aspects, because every character is so diverse and take the Goblin attitude in such a different way, which I think is really making this great. So thank you, everybody, all our cast. At least those that are here today.
No worries.
So would you like to do your outros and Nick?
Hello, I am Nick. You can find me at Twitter at fartsmart, and not really doing much aside from personal stuff. Like my new job.
Okay.
But yeah.
Trent?
I am Trained Monk, and you can find me at Trained Monk's Temple on YouTube.
And Kiwi?
I'm Kiwi, and you can find me on Twitter. I'm trying to be more active, but I'm Raptorman1980, the best handle.
And my name is Carshall Goblin. We are back. School holidays is over. I can relax now during the days. That said, I'm about to rush off to go pick up my little goblin and pick up all the stuff that was left at his daycare over the holidays. We have our Children of the Marsh tomorrow. We have Rusty Daggers with 2 new cast members. So, well, recently introduced cast members, I should say, not brand new. The day after, we may have a lot of actually sim racing by the end of the week as well. And we can check us out at our merch store. We can buy some of the stuff. Still trying to authorize some of the images for this game and also for the Children of the Marsh. Not your images, Nick, but the other stuff I'm trying to combine into the merch side of things. Hopefully they get finished and done. And we've also got a Discord. Check us out there. You can chat with us. Anything role-playing related or whatever. Happy to chat. We've even got a small sim stuff as well because that's also a little part of the community. So, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. And if you're on YouTube, click subscribe. Ring that bell. That way you get notified when we're here. And it helps support the channel. Go over to the Twitch TV side and just at least click follow. It's free. You don't have to subscribe. But it all helps. It really does help. So it allows you to be notified when we're live and even make a comment down below. So it does really make a big difference. Just making comments or likes, even if you don't like it, still click like because that's nice. So we're going to head off. We're going to do our credits roll. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for everything. And we're going to head off. So that's bye for now. Bye.
See ya.